Politics with a short plug. Of course, we will be dissecting politics and happenings in the polity as regards political behavior and what is going on, the alleged rift between the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, and President Bola Tinubu. It promised to be an interesting time with you on this episode. And as you know, as you all know, as we roll, we have quite a number of things to touch on. There was this report few days back when Professor Joash Amupitan was appointed that there is an alleged rift between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike. How true is this? What are the lessons that we can learn from that? Well, I will be going deep into what Sarah reported as regards the alleged rift between Tinubu and Nyesom Wike, the extent at which Sarah reporters is right or wrong. I must clarify that I don't know. I really can't say, but there are some things in there. There are some vital informations there that will be useful for our discourse tonight. There are some things in that particular report that I need to bring out for us to do a comparative analysis and be able to learn some things politically and as regards governance in Nigeria. A lot of things is going on in the polity at the moment, and I'm sure that you all want to be kept abreast. So from that particular report, as I was reading it, I see that there are some things that we can dissect and analyze therein. It's not for us to be on the side of Wike or to be on the side of Tinubu. I'm not interested in either side. Mine is to report what is in the news and to dissect the issues accordingly. We don't like anybody. We don't hate anybody. And I can see your comments trickling in. If you are watching me, like this video, KD Ad, I see you. Damn 22, I see you. And Sineyo, I see you too. So please say hi to me in the comment section. Give me a sound check. Tell me where you are watching me from. Don't just say hi. Let me know where you are watching from. It promised to be a very interesting time tonight. I promised to arrive earlier, but then, there was something that held me down and it took longer than necessary. So, but trust me, it should be interesting. My dear sister, Abosede Ojo, I see you. King Al Salam, watching me from the federal capital, Abuja. King Al Salam, I heard that Nyesom Wike, apart from his bad behavior, apart from his power-centric approach, apart from speaking uncourtly sometimes, I heard that he's doing a lot of wonders in Abuja in terms of remodeling the city. And you would see in the later part of this video that remodeling is one of the problems that Nyesom Wike is having with the Tinubu camp at the moment. But I heard that he's doing a lot of good work in Abuja. Please confirm, King Al Salam. You know that these politicians, when they do the right things, when they do good things, will say it. And when they do bad, we need to also call them out as well. But I heard that Nyesom Wike has been doing a lot of good and interesting things in Abuja. So, King Al Salam, can you confirm, is that the case? Is Nyesom Wike really a performer has been reported? Because every day you will see him, if you live stream Nigerian channel, is either commissioning one project or the other. So let us know what you think about Nyesom Wike. GT83 from Gwarimpa, Abuja. Let me know about the performance of Nyesom Wike. Have you felt his impact? Is he truly a performer as been touted in the media? Let me know. Owochio Okwe is saying, you are staying with me from Ibadan. Ibadan, the ancient city of Ibadan. Shout out to you. That is the city of Adewolu. Rashid Ladoja Arusa the first, the new Olubadan of Ibadan land. It promised to be a very interesting time with you tonight on this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. Now, what happened? You will recall that the tenure of this man, Mahmoud Yakub, was ending in INEC, and some names were flying all over the place that, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will either appoint this one or this one. And one of such person is Justice Liman. Justice Liman is allegedly one of the people, or should I say, protege of Nyesom Wike. You will recall that when Muhammadu Buhari decided to storm the home of judges, to use DSS to storm the home of judges, then Liman was one of those judges, and it was Nyesom Wike that reportedly got the information and decided to go and block the DSS from invading the home of Liman. Some of you don't know that in Nigeria, there are some political caucus and there are caucuses, and that is why some of the judges that we have, with profound respect to the corrupt ones, some of them are just there because they have an interest. In fact, it is the politicians that brought the dream of some of them to reality. And politicians, they in Nigeria, they usually follow a pattern, which is that they will look for what can affect them and they will take care of it. What do I mean by that? If you are a problem child in Nigeria, some of those politicians will come after you, or they will try to draw you close, win you over to their side. Now, Nigerian politicians have mastered a very stupid act, in the sense that they know that some of these judges, they don't really have much. Their working condition is terrible, and they try to, get close to some of these judges. If you are watching me, give me a like, help me press the love icon, let people get to see this video. But before I go on, let me give you what is like an outline. What do I have for you tonight? I think that's important. And I have the live stream link. I don't know, maybe most of you are shy, but then if you are shy, what should I do? You watch me every day. You don't know that there's something we call faceless channel. There's faceless channel. I can decide to go faceless. You see a lot of people that they will just go faceless. Nobody will see their face. But then, just for participatory, and I don't have anything to hide. I'm not the type that is malicious towards any politician. Yesterday, I have strong words for Bola Ahmed Tinubu as regards pardoning ex-convict. Today, my analysis may favor him, a little bit, and also have some strong words for him as regards, some of the things that is going on in his government. And there are some times that I will speak, it will solely be in his favor. So we don't like anybody, we don't really hate anybody. We just dissect politics and happenings in the polity, not minding whose ox is God. So there was intense struggle for who will become INEC chairman. Some of you don't know that there are some positions in Nigeria that once you are elevated to that position, you are like a mini god on earth. King Al Salam says, yes, he's remodeling Abuja, but the roads constructed are overinflated. Okay, you can see that. Like I said, that we don't like anybody, we don't hate anybody. I heard that Nyesom Wike is doing a lot of work in Abuja, and sometimes when you live stream Nigerian channels, you see him commissioning one thing or the other. So it's always good to give people their credit when you see that, oh, they are doing something right. But I agree with King Al Salam that most of those projects are overinflated. For instance, this Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center that was renamed unjustly and unnecessary. If you ask me, I don't think it is necessary for you to be renaming everything, in your name. The culture of naming monuments after leaders is that it is the people that succeed you that will find you worthy. When they find you worthy, then they would name any monument after you. So it is even corruption. Some of you think corruption is just stealing, right? That, oh, you take government money, you put it in your purse, or you take government money, you give it to your family. No. Corruption is also when you do something to your advantage. The rule in politics and governance, particularly leadership positions, is that you don't immortalize yourself. What Bola Ahmed Tinubu did in that international conference center is he immortalizing himself. So when you are in power, you rarely see governors or presidents immortalize themselves. It is people that will find you worthy, then they would say, okay, let us name this thing after you. King Salam said, again, he didn't follow due process in award contract in FCT. Most Nigerian politicians don't follow due process. They don't believe in due process. Anyway, even how do you expect Nyesom Wike to follow due process? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with profound respect to the president, he has done something right, but some things are absolutely wrong. Did he follow due process in awarding Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway? Have you thought of that? In your Ghana, they follow due process. Did you follow due process? Look at the way the national anthem. Look at the way it was hurriedly changed. Sometimes you can say due process, but sometimes you can also point out the undueness in due process, in the sense that if there is a bill before the National Assembly, let me use budget for example. If the National Assembly or the State Assembly decide to pass a budget, and that particular budget, after it was passed, if they say that, oh, they will buy this phone for 10 million naira, and you know that maybe the cost of the phone shouldn't be more than maybe $1,000, which is just about maybe 1.5 million or thereabout, and they decide that, oh, it is not 1.5 million, it is 10 million naira. Now that particular stages, because the State House of Assembly has approved it, you can say that, okay, it has followed due process. But then there is an undueness in the due process, because that particular phone that was, approved for 10 million naira is just 1.5 million naira. So the undueness is the action of the legislature that approved it, because they can't say that they don't know that, oh, such project does not cost that. So when you talk of due process, does Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, does he follow due process? Look at the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Look at is it the purchase of the Escalade or the private jet? There was one that there was complaint about at some point. So when the head is not straight, the probability that other part of the body will be straight is limited. So in that regard, I'm not surprised, because if the president have set a good example for the likes of Nyesom Wike, they cannot deviate from it. And in my further analysis, you would understand some things as regards the political behavior of Nyesom Wike. But the thing is that he's still doing some things right, and that is why some people are saying, oh, okay, he's performed. Why is Nyesom Wike trying to perform? How is this outshining, the Tinubu boys, and how is this bringing problem for him? What you need to do is to stick with me. If you stick with me on this episode of Politics with Oshua Plug, then you would be getting the issues. And also, I will be taking you through some inside dealings, what is happening as reported by Showore's Sahara Reporters. Let me first say shout out to Sahara Reporters, shout out to People's Gazette, and I can say shout out to VDM as well, Very Dark Man. The reason why I said so is that imagine a nation like Nigeria, where there's impunity all over the place, where there is lawlessness, in terms of, it depends on who you know before you can get things done. I see your comment, Johnson, that you say I house. Polichika says Tinubu is well. I don't want to say that. Give me likes. Press the love button. Tell me where you are watching me from. Polichika, where are you watching me from? So if you are watching me, let me know the part of the world that you are watching me from. So if you look at it very well, you will see that a lot of things is going on in Nigeria in the politics and politics. So when I think I was giving shout out to Showore, VDM, and People's Gazette, right? The reason is that imagine a country like Nigeria. AK Emmanuel is saying, tell me where you are watching me from. Don't just say hi. Imagine a country like Nigeria, and as Nigeria is at the moment, you don't have any Showore. You don't have any VDM. You don't have a media organization like People's Gazette. You can see that Nigerian politicians, they will just be misbehaving. And the misbehavior of Nigerian politicians knows no limit. That's where the problem is. I told you yesterday that abroad politicians, they try to, put a limit to it. But Nigerian politicians, if you allow them, they will just be misbehaving, they go. So we need people that can checkmate. Are you not surprised that somebody like Omoyele Sowore now is like a mini National Assembly? What do I mean by that? A mini National Assembly, in the sense that there are some things that the National Assembly should be doing. It is people like these activists that are protesting to make sure that things happen. For instance, do you need an Omoyele Sowore to go and protest for police reform? Is the members of the National Assembly, are they blind? Don't they have officers? You hardly see a politician in Nigeria today that is riding a car and there's no security agent inside that car, or have a convoy that there are a lot of security agencies in that car. Don't they relate with them? Some of them have been working for years. Don't they ask them questions? Are they that insensitive? So if you are a politician in Nigeria, you can't say that you don't know what some of these people are passing through. But then they'll be so insensitive, so much so that nobody is saying anything, not until somebody like Omoyele Sowore decide to rise up and say no. Things must change. So Sowore now is like a one-man National Assembly, trying to ask questions, trying to bring about change. Look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you need an Omoyele Sowore to start it? You see, all those people, that's why I usually say that Nigeria has a lot of unexcellent excellencies. What you'll be hearing is, oh, your excellencies are, your excellencies are, your excellencies are. But if you look at them well, there's nothing excellent in them. We have a lot of them. So do you need a Showore to create this scene as regards Nnamdi Kanu's release? No, if you have a functional National Assembly, a National Assembly that knows its game, the constituency will raise the motion, people will look at it objectively, they would interface with the executive and make sure that things are done. Look at it. When there was strike in FCT, there was primary school pupil. Do you need somebody like VDM to go and protest on the street wearing school uniform with primary school pupils before Nyesom Wike can use his sense that, oh, this strike is not supposed to happen, before he can intercede? So you can see that if Nigeria doesn't have people like Showore, doesn't have people like VDM, doesn't have an institution that is fearless like People's Gazette, that is exposing all the things about Nyesom Wike, how he's grabbing land for his family, friends, and well-wishers and all that, definitely, how would Nigeria be? Nigerian politicians, they don't have any limit to impunity. They just continue in that line of impunity. Whoever is stealing will not steal and stop. We continue stealing. Even though if he's on the sick bed, he will still continue to steal. Whoever is acting with impunity, it will just continue like that. That is why, if you don't have people like Showore, like VDM, some of these people to kind of like tame these people, definitely you can imagine how Nigeria will be. Look at Nyesom Wike. He has been abusing everybody. He has been misbehaving. He has been talking uncourtly. He doesn't know who he cannot insult. But when Showore came into the picture, Showore that he himself, Nyesom Wike believe he's useless. Showore himself is a useless boy. We profound respect to him, right? Nyesom Wike may believe that, oh, he is useless. But to Showore will be like, you are not as useless as I am. Me, I don't have shame. You think you don't have shame? Oh, come and learn work from me. I'm the, now me that they call Disgrace himself. And Showore came into the picture. And when he came into the picture, you can see that things change. Do you need a man like Showore to expose you, to insult you, to drag you, to rubbish you before you can behave yourself? That is why if Nigeria don't have people like Showore, don't have people like VDM, definitely there will be problem. Look at this guy now, one B-Lord or something, selling an iPhone, a repackaged iPhone XR for as iPhone 17, and the cost is like about 250 or 280, and the guy is selling it to Nigerians at the rate of 450,000. It took VDM that is in China because of the issue that they have with each other to say, no, why are you cheating Nigerians? So you can see that both from the politicians, both from, the leaders, the traditional rulers, if you don't have people that are crazy, God bless you for help me pressing the love button. If you are pressing the love button, help me press it hard, press it as many times as possible so that other people can get to see this particular video. So help me press the love button. If you are yet to subscribe, turn on your notification button. We are just getting started. I decide to give some interesting background so that by the time I get to a level, you will understand where I'm coming from. So shout out to Omoyele Showore, shout out to VDM, shout out to People's Gazette. These people are the soul of Nigeria's conscience. They are the people. Imagine some people that police and DSS will just arrest and lock up perpetually. Imagine there's no Showore to act like a mad person. Definitely, those people will just be dying in detention. Look at Nnamdi Kanu, a country whereby political cases, any case that has to do with politician, the court will give a judgment. That guy has been languishing in prison for years, and nobody seems to care. So it took a mad person like Showore, mad in quotes now, a mad person like Showore to come out and say, no, now this thing must not continue. Now that Showore is coming out, then they will now be sitting tight, they will now be looking into the case of Nnamdi Kanu. So shout out to these people. And one thing about Showore is that I've never met him before. I'm not a big fan of Showore, but in terms of his activism, right, I subscribe to it because Nigeria needs some mad people that can call the bluff of some of these big people to make sure that they make things happen. And Showore has been releasing a lot of information. And if you look at Showore very well, you will see the consistency in his information, and most of the information he released is always accurate. So as regards the INEC chairman, Showore reported some time ago. When I say Showore, I mean Sahara Reporters. It's one of Sahara Reporters, right? Sahara Reporters reported some time ago that Tinubu is considering Justice Liman. I've forgotten his first name. Is it Abdullahi or something? Justice Liman. And Wike, according to the report of Sahara Reporter, made sure that he nominated Liman. He made Liman to go through to pass the first security checks, background check. You know, there are some checks that they will do before your name get to the table of the president. If you want to know what happens and why Tinubu did not eventually go for Justice Liman of Nyesom Wike, all you just need to do is to stick with me, because as they say, you know, they will say, "You go carry me go where no, I'm carrying you to where you would know." All you just need is to stick around with me. I see your comments. Say hi to me in the comment section. Let me know where you are watching me from. Loretta Chianumba, I see you. King Al Salam says federal government will release Canon if Igbo leaders want him out from detention. They are behind continuous detention of Kanu. That is according to King Al Salam. As we usually say, I have the link to this particular live video. If you want to join this live video, you want me to send you the link, tell me in the comment section. This is the link to this live video. I have the link here, you know, and you can be live with me via video call. So if you want to join this video, you have something to say, definitely just tell me and I would send you the link. I will call out the WhatsApp number and I'll send you the link. Thank God Aruna is watching me from Lagos State. Thompson Oga, I see you. Loretta Chianumba, I see you. So I'm talking about Showore Sahara Reporters, his platform, the report that was made. Let me show you the headline of that report, and it's quite detailed, and I will be sharing some very important things with you. And it says that Wike boycotts Council of State meeting amid rift as Tinubu snubs his candidate, appoints Amupitan as INEC Chairman. Wike boycotts Council of State meeting as Tinubu snubs his candidate, appoints Amupitan as INEC Chairman. Now, people will say that, oh no, this is not true, this is a lie and all that, but there are some things that was said in that particular article that I looked at it and I'm like, oh, these are some good information that we can dissect. And there's a lot of things to learn from it. Now, let me share some things with you. The summary is that Omoyele Sowore reported that, oh, Nyesom Wike and Tinubu say, then they fight. I wonder, people were wondering that, wait, can Wike and Tinubu truly fight? Can Tinubu fight Wike? Because Nyesom Wike is very instrumental for Bola Ahmed Tinubu as regards the politics of 2027. How is Nyesom Wike instrumental? He's very instrumental because he knows how to cause problem. Nyesom Wike is the type that, you know, he knows how to fight. He can fight you from now till next year. It's not everybody that have that energy. For instance, the governor of Akwa Ibom, look at what he said. He said, oh, you know, I want a smooth sail. I don't have the energy of Wike. So it's not everybody that have that particular energy. But then Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he gains more ground, as more politicians cross over to the APC. In fact, I can say from my lens as a political scientist that Tinubu tried his luck and it worked for him. What do I mean by that? In terms of power grabbing in Nigeria, what happened in Lagos, if you are not careful, will eventually happen in Nigeria. In fact, I believe that if Tinubu is in his bedroom, he will be telling Remi, right, the first lady, and maybe Sheyi and his family that, these people, they are really so cheap. I don't know, say they go quick fall like that too. Because when Tinubu came to power, I believe that he wouldn't have known that it would be this easy to get all these politicians to his side. The way politicians are cross-carpeting, you may say it is because of money. But then these politicians are not poor. You that you are a governor for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. What is money to you? The money is absolutely nothing to you. If you look at it, because you are already a big boy in co, even though you be thief. The money you dey steal and no be say na your money, but you're already a big boy of some sort. So if you are stealing and you already have some money, definitely something shouldn't freak you. But the way Tinubu has been winning over these politicians, I can't really say what magic is using. Is it promising that, oh, when you come to APC, I will develop your state? Is it promising that, don't worry, when you come to APC, I will make you president? Is it promising them that when you come to APC, I will give you ministerial slot? You know, you can just sit down and imagine that. What is Tinubu really promising these guys? Because politicians don't move just because they like you. They do their permutations and calculations, right? But I can tell you that I believe that Tinubu would not have foreseen that this politician would be very cheap just like that, in such a way that all of them will soon be trooping to APC. And if you care to know, this week, two governors are decamping to APC. Some of you don't know, two governors are decamping. One is Peter Mba of Enugu, and the other is, as reported, this guy in Bayelsa, Doyediri of Bayelsa is also planning to decamp to APC. If you look at it, Doyediri, I think, is in his second term, right? So you want to imagine that Doyediri, you're already a big boy in your own right. What are you looking for again? You know, Peter Mba of Enugu State, you are already a big boy in your own right. What are you looking for again? So the way these politicians, the way they are moving to APC, they are even helped Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So as they are moving into the APC, the relevance of Nyesom Wike will be reducing. So I believe that Tinubu may not be giving Nyesom Wike the opportunity like before. And Nyesom Wike is somebody that is, that loves so much power. So as they are moving to APC en masse, every politician wants to move to APC. The relevance of Nyesom Wike now continues to reduce drastically as people are joining the APC. And like I said, I believe that if Tinubu is in his bedroom, he will be laughing with his wife and children that Nigerian politicians, I think they are so very cheap, because I believe that Tinubu would not have thought that it would be easy to get politicians en masse into the APC just a little after 2 years of his administration. But the thing is that another problem that can lead to a civil war or that can lead to coup d'etat. Let me just give you this as it comes to mind before I continue. There are some things that comes to mind while you are analyzing. You see, the way these politicians are moving to APC, if they are not careful, it can eventually lead to a coup d'etat. What do I mean by that? You see, it is only southern governors that are moving to APC. So at the end of the day, there's disaffection in the north, and when there is disaffection in the north doesn't joke with power. You guys can move to APC, but if the north doesn't want Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they will do everything to make sure that it doesn't stay. And don't forget that till date, in the Nigerian army, in the DSS, in the police, majority of people that make up the workforce is northerners. It's not Northerners. So you can see that there is like an unholy alliance of southern politicians. If this one is the campaign, it will be southern governor. Look at Adeleke. Adeleke was about decamping at some point, but they frustrated him. So most of the politicians that have been decamping to APC have been southern politicians. And if Tinubu himself, that is why, you see, it is one thing to be a president. It is one thing to be politically rugged. It is one thing to be politically diabolical. It is another thing to be politically knowledgeable. There's a reason why they are political scientists. If every governor are moving into the APC, and there's no balance of what I call cross-carpeting, in the sense that one governor moved to APC today is a northern governor, another one moved tomorrow is a southern governor. If most of the governors that are moving to APC are southern governors, then it will create a problem if the north doesn't want you. And if the north doesn't want you, there will be a problem. And don't forget that at the end of the day, now these northerners, now there many pass for army, now there many pass for DSS. And that itself, if you now want to force yourself on the country, definitely you are inviting a coup d'etat on yourself. That is one thing that maybe nobody has told Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that is why people used to say that it is very difficult for Nigeria to be a one-party state. And let me give you, in fact, I was talking about Wike, but these things sometimes are interwoven. If you look at it well, there are people that have tried it and have failed. That's why I pity Nigerian politicians. Some of them, they don't really know this thing. They just believe that, it's all about power, power, power. Abacha tried it when he was the president to make Nigeria a one-party state. He failed. He died under mysterious circumstance. IBB tried it when as he called himself, military president, that, he wants to cross over as a civilian. He tried it. He failed. Obasanjo tried third-term agenda. He failed. So you now, where it is now left, whether you will now succeed or not, you have succeeded in Lagos. Glory be to God. You have succeeded to be the godfather of Southwest politics. Glory be to God. You are a kingmaker. You have succeeded to become king, breaking the regular pattern that kingmakers do not become kings, because in Yoruba culture, Afobaje or King Joba, which means that the lineage of kingmakers, they don't become kings. We have the lineage of kingmakers, we have the lineage of Bashorun, we have the lineage of Iyalode, we have different lineage. We have different families that occupy this position. But in the history of Nigerian politics, you find that in 2023, a kingmaker, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, eventually become king. So Tinubu has been lucky all his life, but then he needs to remember something, that in the history of Nigerian politics, there is what will lead to the beginning of an empire. There is what will collapse that particular empire. There is what led to the rise of Roman Empire. There's something that collapsed the Roman Empire. There was something that led to the rise of the Soviet Union. There is something that collapsed Soviet Union. There was something that made America the world power. There is something that will still make America to lose that position as the world power sooner or later. So no king reign forever. So this particular thing, is it what will make Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Is that what will end his political empire, or he will be lucky again to turn Nigeria to Lagos, whereby it will be the godfather of Nigerian politics? Apparently, he's winning. He's moving close. He was moving close inch by inch to it, but then he has a problem. Northerners. These Northerners, they can be very, very dangerous. So when Showore brought out that report, there are some things in it that I see that, this thing is quite interesting. And don't forget the Wike's love of political freedom. Wike is somebody that loves political freedom. God bless you for pressing the love button. If you are watching me, say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from. I can see your message. VJ, Patrick Benson, I see you from London. Sunday Johnson, I see you. Imosemi Moses, Le Amehi, Ben Ukeagu, Friday Enabulele, Amo Olufemi. Thank God, Aruna. I see all of you. Sunday Johnson, Charles Ezike, Enjoy Dry Cleaning and Laundry Services. I see all of you. Great to have all of you on this episode of Politic with Joshua Plug. Now, I will be going into that particular report, but then some people are saying, let us educate ourselves a little bit. They are saying that, Council of State meeting. I've told you about Wike's reported choice of Justice Liman. I've told you his connection between Wike and Justice Liman, that when DSS stormed the home of judges some time ago, it was Wike that allegedly stormed the home of Liman to prevent the DSS from, invading his home. Not only that, Wike also saved this woman that accused Akpabio of molestation, that said she slapped Akpabio, the Senate president, Joy Nune. When they were to, I think, arrest Joy Nune at some point, Nyesom Wike also stormed the home of Joy Nune to prevent, is either the police or the DSS at that time, from arresting her. So there's one thing about Nyesom Wike, in the sense that if you are in his clique, if you are somebody that he likes, when anything is about to happen to you, be rest assured that Nyesom Wike will risk anything just to protect you. And that is what Joy Nune enjoyed. That is what Justice Liman enjoyed. So when Tinubu was looking for who to appoint, first, let me talk about the scouting stage in governance. There's something we call scouting stage, in the sense that government usually need human resources, in the sense that if something is happening, they will be looking who will do this job. That is the scouting stage. Who will do this particular job? For instance, it was reported that Wale Edu, the Minister of Finance, that he has he allegedly has stroke, and that stroke is allegedly affecting him, and because he is affected by the stroke, he had to travel out, and it was reported that Tinubu is scouting for a replacement. Now, that thing that happened to Wale Edo, his sickness, I wish him speedy recovery, has created a vacuum. Immediately he fell sick. Tinubu would naturally go into what we call scouting mode. What is scouting mode? In the sense that there is a vacancy, or there will be a vacancy, or you have seen the signal that there is a vacancy, and you need somebody that can deliver for you. You have to scout. You have to scout for people and think that, who will do this thing for me? Who will deliver this work for me? Who will make this thing happen for me? And most times, politicians don't scout for intelligent people. Politicians, including Tinubu, most of them, they don't scout for intelligent people. They scout for who can do this job the way I want it. You are a governor. You need somebody that can be doing abracadabra and all that. You will look for somebody that can do it for you. Not necessarily, for instance, if Wale Edu now can only be replayed that the best financial expert in Nigeria is Peter Obi's friend. There's nothing in this world that will make Tinubu to appoint him. If the best financial expert now, as Wale Edu is sick, happens to be Atiku Abubakar's friend, despite the fact that he is a world-trained financial expert, Tinubu will never appoint him. Tinubu would rather go for an average, poorly baked financial expert, just because you know that that one go do his bidding. So when Tinubu was scouting, when he was scouting for who will become the INEC chairman, Nyesom Wike, being his love for power, being somebody that Tinubu gave a free hand to operate on its own, Tinubu, you see, I said it that Tinubu, you may not like him, but when it comes to politics, he's a very dangerous guy in the sense that Tinubu decide that, okay, what is going to happen? Okay, who can do this job for me? 2027 is very important. Whoever I appoint will determine whether I win or not. And when Tinubu was scouting, Nyesom Wike, according to the report by Sahara, got wind of the information. And the scouting stage is the early stage. Anybody can recommend anybody. Anybody can bring anybody. Anybody can suggest to Oga, oh, Mr. President, I think that, let me use a name, Emmanuel Idem. Stop supporting things who are meant to serve. What do you mean? If you join my analysis halfway, you just come. Let me see. Yeah, gone. Let me use Sunday Ejiofor, for instance. Now, if they were to appoint, you may say, oh, Mr. President, I know one guy, his name is Sunday Ejiofor. Let me use Ome Cosmas, the person that just dropped comment. He said, oh, Mr. President, I know one guy, Ome Cosmas. Ome Cosmas, I think, can do it. Everybody will submit a name. Then that is the scouting stage. The president is looking for who can do it. In fact, when Tinubu was looking for who can be INEC chairman, there were reports I heard that this man of James Ibori, that James Ibori too has somebody that he feels can do it. And don't forget that James Ibori and Tinubu, I think they were set governors. They were the same set of governors when they served as governors at the same time, and some of them have been friends since then. So the James Ibori too reportedly as a candidate. And when he as a candidate, he too tried to make sure to lobby for his candidate. That is the scouting stage. Everybody would present who they know can do it the job, who can deliver, not to the best interest of Nigerians. So, no, they will look for who can do what they want. But at the end of the day, if that person comes on board, they will not be looking for, okay, this person can do the job, but then this person will still be acceptable to the people. Let us look for who can be at the middle ground, who doesn't have much controversy to his name. Let us look for that person. Don't let's go for somebody that immediately you appoint him, people will scream. Look at this Joash Amupitan, the professor now. There is no much controversy to his name, but then there is more to it in the sense that he's the man that can do the job. Not the job of reforming INEC, transforming INEC, free and fair election like that of United States. No. If you know what I say, is the man apparently that can do the job that the president believes in. I can't say more than that. That the president believes that can do the job the way he wants it. So Wike, according to Sahara, submitted the name of Justice Liman at the scouting stage. Now, Justice Liman, there are some problem with that judge in the political circle. Let me tell you something. In Nigerian politics, there's something we call we know ourselves. And he said that, you see, these politicians, they know themselves, all of them. They know themselves. Atiku Abubakar now knows some judge in the Supreme Court that he will know that, oh, these people, they are the favorite of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Atiku Abubakar, it would be stupid of him if he doesn't know some appeal court judge that, oh, this one, at the year say na Tinubu boy. Oh, who be this one? This one, at the year say na Obi boy, yo. They know themselves, all of them. They know themselves. So the political circle, they know that Liman is close to Wike. Now, let me give you something. When Buba Galadima, Alhaji Buba Galadima, that elderly man, Buhari's friend, when he was alive, before they, before they had issue. You remember Buba Galadima. Some of you know him, or you can Google his name. Buba Galadima. They used to call him Alaji Buba Galadima. You will recall that there was some weeks ago, Buba Galadima appeared on Arise News, and Buba Galadima gave an expo. That's why I said fear Showore. You may not like him, but how he gets his information, I don't know. And I will tell you, I will make some assertion how Showore may be getting that information. My own is just an assertion. I don't know how he truly gets it. But Buba Galadima appeared on Arise News, and he said that there is a particular judge that they heard that Tinubu want to use, and that there will be problem if Tinubu use that judge, because they know that judge as a judge that is very controversial. That if Tinubu wants a civil war, that is how Buba Galadima put it, that if Tinubu wants war, he should go ahead and appoint that judge. That the political cycle, which is the caucus of NPP, NNPP, PDP, they've already heard that, oh, you are scheming to bring in this particular judge. Okay, no wonder. Bring the judge. When you bring the judge, we are waiting for you. So it may be that Nyesom Wike, in his usual basket mouth nature, have already leaked it out, and people have already known. And that person that Buba Galadima was referring to in that Arise interview was apparently Justice Liman, the one that Sahara reporters reported that Tinubu was thinking of appointing. But then you may want to imagine, why did he change his choice that, well, I'm not going for this Buba Galadim, I'm not going for, this layman. In the sense that, according to reports, right, that's why I said, you see, let me talk about the report of Showore. Let me say something about it. You see, when Showore comes up with some report, you will think that this guy is stupid, this guy must be crazy. But then you will see that those things will eventually manifest. How does he get those reports? Apparently, Nigeria operates what we call a displeased system. What do I mean by displeased system? Every system, whether it is in the police, whether it is in the DSS, there are some people that are displeased with the system. There are some people that are angry. For instance, now, one of the things that cause it is ethnicity. They say, oh, Tinubu is doing Yorubanization agenda. So maybe the Hausa Fulanis in the system, they will not like the Tinubu government. They are ready to take action to leak some information. So in Nigeria, there's always during Buhari time, it was favoring the Hausa Fulanis, the Igbos, the Yorubas in the system. Most of them are displeased with what Muhammadu Buhari is doing at that point in time. So when you operate a displeased system, when you operate a system whereby there is no clear path to growth, for instance, with profound respect, look at the Nigerian police force now. Egbetokun has used his, he has reached whether 65 years or he has done 35 years in service, but he's still in the system. He's sitting as IGP, is hindering the progress of some people. If Egbetokun is not the IG today, there's somebody within the top hierarchy of police that would have been looking at himself that, this Egbetokun, if this guy no dey now, I don't press on my button. Na me Baba go appoint to. Because whether I know this governor, I know that particular, I know Femi Gbadabiamila, I know George Akume, but this Egbetokun would not just go. In that kind of system, the people, the top hierarchy, they will be praying for you. There may be a Judas in them that will be praying for you not to succeed. Those are some of the people that will end up, or even it can be the rank and file that will end up leaking some information. But if you see a police record that is leaked, who leaked it? Is it a military that will leak that will leak police record? No. Is it a DSS that will go and leak police record? Apparently, no. It is a police that will leak police record. It is a DSS staff that will leak DSS record. It is somebody in the Ministry of Information that will leak Ministry of Information record. It is somebody in the presidency that will leak presidential information. That is how it usually be. And it usually happens when you operate a system of favoritism, when you operate a displeased system. That is how it happens. So at the end of the day, Justice Liman was, he was scouted by Nyesom Wike, but there were reports, and this was where the problem started. There were reports that, according to Sahara now, that this Liman, there is controversy surrounding him, but then Nyesom Wike himself cannot be trusted. the presidency, the Tinubu boys believe that it will be political suicide for you to leave a sensitive organization like INEC with to Wike an unstable character. That if you put somebody in INEC, that the person is allegedly influenced. Now, Nyesom Wike have strong influence over that person. Then you will be in problem because Nyesom Wike is somebody of unstable character. Unstable character. That is the word that they use. Let me go into that particular report and read some things for you. Don't forget that I'm still going into the Council of State that they said that Wike allegedly missed, right? And there are reports that, Nyesom Wike reportedly, orchestrated the this Council of State meeting not to hold, but I will get there. Let me read some things for you in that particular report. It says that the appointment of Joash Amupitan as INEC Chairman has deepened the growing rift between Nyesom Wike and President Tinubu. Can there be a rift between Nyesom Wike and Tinubu? That is one thing that we need to first dissect. And I've told you that the more people are joining the APC, the more Wike's relevance reduces. Don't forget that in the 2020, after the 2020 presidential election, Akpabio, when they went to River State, Port Harcourt, Akpabio was one of the people that was begging Wike that Wike continue the way you are doing. Make sure you create problem in APC so that we can have an easy win in 2027. But then the political dynamics have changed, because many people are joining the APC faster than how Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself think that people will join the APC. Now, it says that has deepened the growing rift between Wike and Tinubu. Can there be a growing rift between Wike and Tinubu? You will get to know in the next paragraph. It says, according to insider account. Now, you see, there are some pieces that if you read, you don't just read it because for reading's sake. No, you read it from what you would apply your sense of critical review. You are reading, you are analyzing. You are reading, you are reviewing. You are reading, you are dissecting at the same time. Now, it says, according to insider account, right, the disagreement has become so severe that Wike boycotted the Council of State meeting in protest, sending the Minister of State for the FCT in his place. Now, this was where problems started. Now, when this report came out, Nyesom Wike's aide, Larry Olayinka, that has followed the pattern of Nyesom Wike, I think that before you can survive under Nyesom Wike, you need to be able to follow his pattern. In the sense that if you look at how Larry Olayinka has been operating, he will attack you, he will abuse you, which is that I think that if you don't do like that, Nyesom Wike may sack you. He may find you as unattractive, because Nyesom Wike, if you abuse him, if you say, "Oh, Wike, you the craze," he doesn't know how to let go. That say, "Well, now you sabi me, I know say I no craze." No, any opportunity he has, he will tell you, say, "You too, you the craze, you the man, your papa the craze, your mama the craze, your ancestor the craze." That is Nyesom Wike for you. And it is reflecting in his media aide, Larry Olayinka. Larry Olayinka has the pattern of Wike, because if anything happens, rather than for him to come in Wike's defense to explain, he's ready to abuse you. He's ready to attack you. Now, when this report came out, Larry Olayinka came on his social media and abused both Sahara Showore and that particular report. And you know that man like Showore, you need to be careful around him, because there's a lot of fifth columnists in Nigerian government. See, I wish that they can, if I have just 1 hour, there are some lectures that if I give Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the next day, some of the action that he will take, heads will roll. Because sometimes in a government, there's what we call fifth columnists. The fifth columnists are the people that you think they are with you, but in the real sense, they are not with you. And like I said, it is people in the presidency that will leak the information of the presidency. Omosholade cannot leak the information of the presidency. I'm not there. But it's the people that will leak it to the media, either People's Gazette or to Sahara reporters. It is the people in the presidency. An Okada man cannot leak the information of the Nigerian police. No, it is an officer in the Nigerian police that will leak the information of the Nigerian police. That is how it usually is. He said that Nyesom Wike did not attend the meeting in protest. Then they came for that particular report rather than to explain and be fair. They now said, no, oh, you the crazy, you the mad. Then, man like Sowore is a problem child. Sowore now decide to go into the report, into the archive, and he came up with a video. When he came up with that video, Wike and his media team, they were silent. They couldn't say anything. That's why I say Sowore is a problem child. If you think that you are crazy, Sowore is mad. If you think that you are stupid, Sowore is more stupid than you. Now, let me try and bring the video for you. Let me try and play the video for you. You know that when they made that report, instead of them to explain that, oh, this thing is not okay and all that, no, it's false, they came up with an abusive argument. And that is why I believe that UK should try and have maybe like 2, 3 aides. Aides that will know how to speak, aides that will know how to address things in a non-aggressive manner. It is not only Wike, the Tinubu boys too have that problem. It's a general problem in governance in Nigeria. For instance, the US senators, they said, oh, there is Christian massacre in Nigeria. Rather than for Daniel Buala or another aide of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come out and explain, there is this, this post that he made that is, oh, the US senators, they are ignorant, and so person is even more ignorant than them, this, that, this. No, you can do that to Peter Obi. You can do that to Atiku Abubakar. But if you are addressing an issue of concern to the US senators, by the US senators, there are some ways you will address it. You have to be very diplomatic. You have to be very knowledgeable. Good. This is one. I was looking for it. I was looking for it, right? This is one by Daniel Buala, right? When they reported that the US senator that was saying, oh, there is something about Nigeria. Look at it. This is it. Now, you can see his name, D.H. Buala, Daniel Buala, right? You can see the name. Now, let us go through the comment. He said, this is another interview where Senator Money for Hand, back for ground, Ted Cruz. Alaye, are you mad? Are you crazy? Did you go to school at all? Did you learn about international relations at all? You are the spokesman for a president. That's why I said Tinubu has a problem. And some of the problem that he has are people around him. The man himself, he has his character. But there are some things that, can you really blame him for everything? In fact, with Tinubu now, will you come and teach Daniel Buala how to respond to a message like this? Now, the US is making a report about what they are displeased with in Nigeria. Please, if you are watching me and you are not subscribing, you are a wicked person. Oh, I can tell you that, subscribe, like this video. Look, I have over 400 people watching me and I have just 20 likes. Why are Nigerians like that? Why is it that it is only when I talk that the likes will increase? Like is free. What does it take you to press the like? Maybe I will even obey YouTube. Some of you did not know. YouTube contacted me. Let me give you a gist now. YouTube contacted me. YouTube, they like quality things. So they contact me. They said I should create membership. That I can do live only, membership only live video. Which is that if I do a membership only live video, it is only people that are members that can watch the video. That means that I would have excluded a lot of people. And do you know what? Those people that are members, you know what? They will pay. It's not for free. There will be an amount they will be paying monthly. But should it get to that stage, these are some of the things that make people to do membership so that they can know who is for them. A situation whereby you will do live, people will be benefiting from you. To just like the video is a problem to people. Then you will just get angry one day and say, see, let me go and just, like they used to, we say we need to see how authentic is. No, you don't need to see. I'm not analyzing for you. In fact, these are the if you don't do well now, I will just isolate you. You expect me to come. And I said it at the beginning of this video that this particular report, I don't know how realistic it is, but there are some things in it that can be analyzed as regards political behavior. There are some things in that particular report that you have some lessons therein that will give you a clue. And as you see me analyze, have I abused anybody? No, I don't have the time. But the truth is that, for instance, it is analysis that gets to this post by Daniel Buala. I don't know how we get to that stage. Look at it. Daniel Buala. Look at it. I don't know that we get The analysis we get there. I was speaking about Larry Olayinka, Wike's aide. Now, Larry Olayinka, he attacked that report, and it's not Wike that have that particular problem. Presidential spokesperson also have that problem. They don't have the skill and knowledge to speak for the president. They are even bringing problem to the president. Anthony said I shouldn't get distracted. You, Anthony, that said I shouldn't get distracted. How many times have you pressed the love button? How many times? That's Nigerians for you. That's why sometimes I didn't mean I'm an Oyinbo man. If you're analyzing for Oyinbo, you go there happy because they go inspire you. But Nigerians. Now look at this. For instance, I spoke about Lady Olayinka. Now let me just give you one example. Look at it. Daniel Buala, a presidential aide that is the mouthpiece of the president. He is the vuvuzela of the president. He is the microphone of the president. He is the Abuja megaphone of the president. Daniel Buala. Now, there was a senator in the United States that was complaining about Christian persecution in Nigeria. Look at what Daniel Buala posted. Presidential aide to, a presidential aide said, this is another interview where Senator Money for Hand, back for ground, Ted Cruz, wanted to topple Iran, and Tucker Carlson asked him a kindergarten question and he started stammering. You are a presidential aide. What is Senator Money for Hand, back for ground? Is that the way to address the concerns of the United States government? Is that the way to address the concern of Ted Cruz? That is not the way to respond to it. So at the end of the day, you will eventually create problem for the president, and at the end of the day, you will walk away. Because whether the president lose or not, it no concern you. The buck stops at the table of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, same for Nyesom Wike. When this report, when it came out, they attack the Sahara team. Then they now had to go back and dig deep. You know that there are some people that knows how to fight. And I said it that Nyesom Wike knows how to fight. But Sowore, for instance, has proven that he knows how to fight in a more strategic way. Now, look at it. Look at it, Shola Juku said, this is not good enough. We have 311 viewers and 36. My brother, leave them. They add now. Should be not to activate membership. If I activate membership, they're not going to watch me now. Now to activate membership. Just that I don't really fancy such things. Now, let me play you this video. How Sowore punctured the lie. How Sowore punctured the lie. And then I will now speak about Council of State and who should be represented in the Council of State. But let us hear this video first.
Some of you who arrived earlier would have seen the Honorable Minister of State in situ. But the Honorable Minister has requested her to attend the Council of State meeting. And in order for her not to be late, this is why she departed quite early before the minister arrived. Like I always say.
Okay. I'll play it for you again. Zuzed, I have a message for you. Right? You said you've liked my page, but you are not going to. I don't need you to subscribe. Hey, I don't need you, In fact, let me even isolate yourself. I don't like when people come and distract me when I'm speaking something intelligent. I don't like when you come up with irrelevant things to distract me. You will just distract people that are watching me, Now, let us watch the video. So, Zed, or what did they call your name? I've already, eyed you. Let me look for this name. Sorry, I'm trying to put things right. I need to. I'd want to restrict that person, but I mistakenly restricted another person. So I want to take the picture so that later I'll go and unrestrict the person I restricted by mistake. So I don't need you to. So what do I need you for? Now, let's watch that video again. They made the report. Like I said, rather than for you to own up or to say no, they decide to attack it, just as it is habitual for Larry Olayinka to attack anybody that speaks against Nyesom Wike, whether what you are saying is intelligent or not. And I am saying that as a political scientist, that is what I'm not an engineer. I'm a political scientist with a PhD in political science. So if I say something, you may not agree with me, but you will not agree because you don't know the reason why I'm saying it. That's why I have a PhD in political science. You don't have it. It's for a reason. Now, if somebody attacks your boss, if they say something about your boss, what you are supposed to do is to be diplomatic. Now, they refuse to be diplomatic, and Sowore now came up with a greater embarrassment by bringing out this particular video. Let us watch the video again, and you will hear it. Let us watch it.
Some of you who arrived earlier would have seen the Honorable Minister of State in situ.
Sorry, let me pause it. Some of you who arrived earlier would have seen the Minister of State sitting, but the FCT Minister have sent the Minister of State to represent him at the federal executive, at the state something meeting, Council of State meeting. Council of State meeting. Should Wike be at the Council of State? Who should be at the Council of State? His absence as a meeting such as Council of State, does it point to a rift between him and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Now, we are going into intellectual reasoning now. I need the cells of your brain to open. Now, listen to this.
Minister, some of you who arrived earlier would have seen the Honorable Minister of State in situ. But the Honorable Minister has requested her to attend the Council of State meeting. And in order for her not to be late, this is why she departed quite early before the Minister arrived. Like I always say,
in order for her not to be late, she departed before the Minister arrived. The Minister have sent her to represent him. The Minister have sent her to represent him. You see this particular video alone. If it is a PhD political science class, this 38 seconds video alone, I can use it as an assessment for that particular term. So, okay, now give me the interpretation of this video. Maybe you are a master's in political science student. Well, you go and dissect this video for me. Go and write it. Go and use it as an essay. Let me see how your logical reasoning is. First, if the minister was not invited, can he send a representative? If Wike was not invited, now I need you to follow me because I want to go. There was something that happened at the beginning of the Tinubu administration that I will use to back this thing up now. Now, if the minister wasn't invited, can he be represented? The answer is no. You can only send a representative when you have been invited to a particular gathering. Now, when you are invited to a particular gathering by your boss, can you decide not to go to that particular gathering if you don't have any misfeeling about your boss? If there's no rift truly, can you decide to shun that particular gathering? One. Two, what did you shun that particular gathering for? Something less irrelevant than a Council of State meeting. Let me tell you, in the history of Nigeria, anybody, I pray for you, if you are opportune to sit down in a Council of State meeting or you are invited, you are not a small person in life. There are some meetings that no matter how big you are, how you big rich, you cannot sit at the Council of State meeting. For instance, now, Dangote is a big boy. Aliko Dangote is a big boy. He owns refinery, he owns everything. But Dangote, what will take him to the Council of State meeting? Nothing. Despite his billions. Why? He is not qualified to be at the Council of State meeting. He cannot be at the Council of State meeting, despite the fact that he's the richest man in Africa. There are some meetings in Nigeria that before you can get to that level of being invited or sit in that particular meeting. In fact, you used to hear the word owners of Nigeria. Owners of Nigeria, exactly. People that are in the Council of State meeting, you can regard them as owners of Nigeria. Who are those kind of people? Former head of state, former president of Nigeria, attorney general of the federation, governors, sitting governors of the 36 states. They didn't mention FCT in the constitution. They didn't mention FCT, but FCT itself is seen as a state on its own. Even if the judge of the Supreme Court in the 2023 election, Peter Obi versus Bola Tinubu and INEC and APC, if that judgment is anything to go by, Atiku Abubakar, PDP versus Bola Ahmed Tinubu and INEC, the judgment of the Supreme Court for the 2020 presidential election, if it is anything to go by, FCT is a state. But the reason why FCT operates a bit differently is so that all powers will reside in the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. See, when I come to this world next, I will strive to still have intelligence. Some of you that will use all your life to be watching movie. Some of you can watch season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 10. I pity you. I pity you. The judgment of the Supreme Court categorized FCT as a state. FCT holds no special status. So in that kind of instance, FCT could have truly been invited by the president, because the president also made effort to give FCT a state status. Let me give you an example. This thing that I want to say, if I'm in a master's political science, I will ask it as a question. And if you are my student, you can't give me this answer, that reduce the marks. That what? Reduce the marks. But because I'm not in a political science class, and I know that some of you have not sat in a political science class before, that's why I don't, when I'm in my class, I'm not I'm not soft. No. I'm not soft. I'm a thorough. If I read your work, the way I will PCC, the way I will finish your line, comma by comma, full stop by full stop, because that is how I was trained as well. I passed through the fire. It's not easy. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu tried to give FCT a state relevance. When he appointed Nyesom Wike, something happened. Nyesom Wike said that for him to perform, he has to be in charge of the FCT resources, financial resources. Before, FCT resources was domiciled in the Federation account. Even during Buhari time, it was when Tinubu appointed Wike. When he appointed him, then he now removed FCT from the federal government account. The FCT is now controlling its own money, making FCT operate more like a state. If Tinubu can do that, in order to give FCT a state-like status, he can also invite Nyesom Wike to this Council of State meeting. Are you flowing with me? Do I need to cast and bind? Do I need to lay my hands on you before you understand me? Tinubu has taken steps to give FCT a state-like status. Because why? He knows Nyesom Wike is a man of power. He likes power. He likes to be in control. Tinubu understands that. So when he appointed Nyesom Wike, he took steps to give Nyesom Wike that freedom of operation, that leverage to be his own man. And that is why Tinubu approved when he newly appointed Wike. Some of you don't follow news. He approved that, okay, remove FCT from the federation, something. Let FCT control his own money, just as Lagos is controlling his own, Rivers is controlling his own, Enugu is controlling his own, Zamfara is controlling his own, Sokoto is controlling his own. Let FCT also control its own money. But the reason why FCT does not have a full state status is so that when you now have a very terrible person that doesn't agree with the president, for instance, this is just free knowledge. That's why the person that said I won't subscribe, the knowledge that I have, can it go away from me? No, now you the benefit from me. I uploaded a video some time ago. Somebody dropped a comment. I just look at the person. I said, okay, you have been benefiting from me, from my channel all along. How have you been useful to me? What have I benefited from you? So when you overrate your importance, I feel, I'll just put you in your place. As I am now, If you watch me every time, you are benefiting from me. What have I benefited from? The only thing I can benefit is like the video, right? Press the love button. Some people will still not press it. Don't be so. So FCT, the reason why, for the benefit of my, let me just give you this noise. The reason why FCT is called FCT and they don't conduct governorship election is that if you conduct governorship election, you cannot reduce the power of the governor of FCT, and the governor of Lagos State will have a different power from the governor of FCT. And if you conduct an election, there's high probability that the president may win. Maybe, for instance, if what happened in 2023 is anything to go by, the president will be APC. The governor of FCT will be Labour Party. The president will be APC. The governor of FCT, it will be Labour Party. Then, in that instance, the governor of FCT, if they allow FCT to have a governor, the governor of FCT will be in a power tussle with the president. The whole president of Nigeria, governor of FCT, go they give am problem. If the president goes this way, the governor of FCT can say, no, I'm not going that way. Now, like this, I won't go. So that will be creating some form of embarrassment for the president. So in the knowledge of the framers of the Nigerian constitution, they thought it that let FCT have a minister. It is the president that will appoint the minister. And when the president appoints the minister, because the president has the power to hire, he also has the power to fire. In that particular instance, you will be loyal to the person that appointed you. So the president, it is not possible for the president to go this way. And he's the one that appoints you, and you will say you want to go this way. He will fire you immediately and put another person. So it is to give, due exaltedness. They say, be thou exalted, O Lord. But now it is not, O Lord, it is be thou exalted, Mr. President. So it is to give the president that exalted vibe of, okay, you are the president, you are controlling Nigeria, then we cannot give you problem in FCT. That is the mind of the framers of the constitution. That is why you will hear 36 state and FCT. And that is why there's no governorship election in FCT. What you have is the minister of FCT. But in the true sense, the minister of FCT is the governor of FCT. But they don't want his power. They don't want, in case he and the president does not agree, they don't want somebody that will be competing with the president. That's why they made it a minister. That is the president that will appoint you. So there cannot be a rift between who is controlling FCT and whoever the president is. Which is good anyway. Because imagine if you have a crazy governor of FCT and you have a president, there will be problem every day. So the framers of the constitution, they did right in that particular regard. Now, if Tinubu can take steps, which is a good step, right, to say, okay, I want to remove FCT. I want to remove FCT from the federation account. Okay, Nyesom Wike, be your man. I'm the one that appoint you, but I don't even want to give you any problem. And Nyesom Wike himself, that's why I said, I don't like anybody, I don't hate anybody. It depends on where the analysis reach. Sometimes he go favor you, sometimes he no go favor you. Nyesom Wike himself attests to the magnanimity of the president. He said, oh, the president has been so good, he has been gracious, he has given him the opportunity to operate. Then there was a day, he was speaking about Remi Tinubu, that, Remi Tinubu did not usually interfere in anything he does, that Remi Tinubu can just call him if she sees anything. That, Minister of FCT, please, have you seen that roundabout? Have you seen the refuse dump in that particular roundabout? Oh, Minister of FCT, now that the president is not around, and this particular road that I pass is not too smooth, is there anything you can do to it? Nigerian media, even people that have YouTube, that do Facebook, bloggers in Nigeria, they didn't carry that part. When Nyesom Wike was doing his media chat, I was the one, because I was live streaming it. I heard that part. I had to crop it out and upload it as an independent video. That Nyesom Wike spoke well about Remi Tinubu. That's why I pity some people. You say, oh, you hate Tinubu, you hate it. No, you are a fool. If the president do what is right, I will say it. If you do what is wrong, I will say it. That video that particular side where Nyesom Wike praised Remi Tinubu, other people were focusing on the controversial aspect. Oh, Wike blast this one. Wike abused this one. Oh, this one is fighting Wike. I was the one that cropped that particular part where Wike spoke about his experience with Remi Tinubu, and I was the one that uploaded it. That's why I wait for the Tinubu boys, the way they will do nonsense. You know, it's there. I uploaded it. So if you tell me that I hate the president, why did I upload when they were praising Remi Tinubu? But we have a lot of fools, you know, that are just unnecessary sympathizers, hypocrites, butt lickers, some, a lot of sycophants. You know? So Nyesom Wike said Remi Tinubu gave him the opportunity to operate on his own. So if Tinubu can put FCT, can say, okay, be in control. If Tinubu can say, be your own man, that same Tinubu can also invite you to the Council of State meeting. So if you ask me, was Nyesom Wike, apart from this video, was he invited to the Council of State meeting? I would say it is more of maybe than maybe not. More of maybe than maybe not. Reviewing the action of Bola Ahmed Tinubu with Nyesom Wike, although the powers are fading away now, because according to report, Tinubu has banned Wike from media chat. That's why you see that this October, Wike did not do media chat. Shout out to Showore. Showore did a good job. Even with Nyesom Wike is to commission a project, you will see that after Showore has fired him, after Showore has exposed some dirty things to the extent of writing to the Attorney General of the United States, Nyesom Wike has been calm. If you observe lately, you've not heard controversies about Nyesom Wike. He has not abused anybody. He has not talked about anything. If it is Nyesom Wike of before, as he is the minister of FCT, that Showore said they want to protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the next day that Showore made that announcement, if Nyesom Wike is commissioning a project, he would have thrown a shade at Omoyede Showore that, some people, some idiots, they want to protest. Protest where? Protest where? They want to protest for a matter that is already in court. How do you protest a matter that is already in court? You can't protest. It's only in Nigeria. You see, people like character. They like character. He would have run his mouth as usual. But now, did you observe? Are you politically observant that Nyesom Wike has been very calm, very silent? You know why? And don't touch him. And he don't touch him. Now two hands touch him. Tinubu and Showore's hand. You know about Showore's hand. Let me tell you about Tinubu's hand, as reported by Sahara. They said Tinubu had to tell Wike that all this life, all this media chat that you used to do, you need to stop it because you say both the necessary and the unnecessary. But I will come back to that in a moment. I will come back to that. Now, when they release this video, the Wike camp that they have been talking, they have been vibrating, all of a sudden they just melt away. There was no further response. Because why? They don't give them waiting. Shut up. That is why the Bible will say weapon fashioned against you. The weapon fashioned against Wike is Showore. The weapon fashioned against Goodluck Jonathan was Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because it was Tinubu that orchestrated the merger, the alliance. And that is why if Jonathan want to contest against Tinubu, it's a welcome development. It's like he's seeking his own pound of flesh. Because the real orchestrator of Jonathan's removal from office is Bola Tinubu. It was the weapon that was fashioned against him. So in this case now, the weapon fashioned against Showore is who? Omoyele, the weapon fashioned against Wike apologies is Omoyele Sowore. Now, when they released this video, Sowore went mute. Now, I was talking about, did Wike intentionally miss the Council of State meeting? That's one question we need to ask ourselves. If you're watching me, say hi to me, subscribe, turn on your notification button, like this video as well, press the love icon, let other people get to see it. Some of you don't know that to subscribe is free, right? It's not, there's no charges. Oh, enjoy dry cleaning and laundry service. You are still with me. God bless you, my brother. You've been watching me for a while. You know? Joshua Amupitan, I see you. You know? Isaac Tawid. Don't just say hi. Tell me where you are watching me from, my people. Tell me where you are watching me from. Now, did Wike intentionally miss the meeting? Now, I'm not close to Wike. I've not seen Wike. I've not spoken to Wike. But as a political scientist, you can put the permutations together. Let me tell you the meaning of professor. I'm not a professor. I'm just a doctor. I just have a PhD in political science. But let me tell you the meaning of professor. Profess. That means that in that particular field that you are a professor in, you must be able to profess. You know what profess means? That you can be able to see in the dark. That's why you are an expert in that particular field. Now, from all these things that I've listed to you, did Wike intentionally miss the Council of State meeting? Now, can Wike be invited? I've said yes. Did Wike intentionally miss the Council of State meeting? Apparently, yes. Because why? Your Oga, President Federal Republic of Nigeria, cannot invite you, give you a mini, or should I say a state status. And when they invite you, you know, sorry, my people, let me quickly give free advert to one of my viewers. You know, enjoy dry cleaning and laundry. I don't know him, I've never met him. But if you are in Lagos, he said he's watching me from Owolabi Street in Agor Palace Way. I think it should be Solo, Lagos. So if you need dry cleaning service, you can patronize. I don't know him. I'm just giving him free advert. You know, free advert, just for free. So if you are thinking of laundry, you can patronize. Enjoy dry cleaning and laundry services. I used to want to ask people sometimes that, okay, what do you do? But then I find it a bit private if I'm beginning to ask people. But I didn't ask you. You are the one that just put it there, and it's written your name. That's why I just gave you free advert. Curtis, watching me from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Francis Solomon, I see you. Now, did Wike intentionally miss the Council of State meeting? I will say that it is more of maybe Daryl or Odiaka, I see you. Ishaya Afsen, I see you. It is more of maybe than maybe not. Why do I say so? The Council of State meeting is important than what you are doing. If the president is your Oga, a president, you are not supposed to be in the meeting by virtue of Nigeria's constitution, because they didn't list FCT there. But FCT is more like a state. So the president sees it as an omission, and to give you sense of belonging, because the president knows, say you like power, you be power-oriented guy. He now said that, okay, invite Minister of FCT also to the Council of State meeting. That is great respect from the President of the Federal Republic, right? The president cannot invite you if you don't have anything against the president, and you will decide not to go to such a crucial meeting. I've told you the importance of the Council of State meeting, but they said that Nyesom Wike avoided the Council of State meeting because he was allegedly angry with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That he avoided the Council of State meeting, you know. I'm seeing your comment. I'll come back to it in a moment. James Ugochukwu is watching me from Alakuko, Lagos. Kisi Ogbake is watching me from Paris, France. Okubadejo Idris is saying, Brightness Amune is watching me from Kaduna State. Paris, one of my favorite city in the world. Eiffel Tower, great place to be. If you are not yet there, you can be there. Some of you don't know that Eiffel Tower in Paris, there's a restaurant in there. There's a place where you can just sit down and be looking at, the beautiful nature of Paris, and you'll be sipping wine right inside that. Should I say Paris logo now? They call it Eiffel Tower. Very nice place to be. One of the best cities I've been in. Another city that I love is Singapore. Very clean city, very great city. Singapore, Paris, those are one of my favorite cities. So shout out to you watching me from Paris. Thomas Isagedi. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just say Thomas, watching me from Lagos. Jen Piri watching me from South Africa. Solomon watching me from Spain. And if you are watching me, you are yet to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button, like this video. To like the video is free. Just help me press the like button, help me press the love video, let other people get to see it. Kenneth Iri, I see you. J Tom is watching me from Igondo. Live in Christ Ministry watching me from Tokyo. And Adumbi Oladele, I see you. Joshua Aitome watching me from Manchester. There's one particular name I missed. Dot watching me from London. J Tom, he said me in call. I see you, my dear brother. Bright Amusa from Kaduna State. Help me press the love button. Share this video. Let people get to see it as we continue to enjoy ourselves. Sunday Johnson is watching me from Agege in Lagos. Now, the minister denied that, they came up with the argument that, FCT is not a state. But I've given you the argument that Tinubu has treated FCT more like a state. And can you miss something? Can you tell somebody to represent you to where you are not invited? I invite you to my party now. You now sent your wife. Can you send your wife if I did not invite you in the first place? At my party, if you know me, you can still get crash. You didn't invite me, but I shall come. But Council of State meeting is not a kind of meeting that you get crash. It's not. You must be invited before you go there. So for Wike to now send the Minister of State for FCT, does that point to a rift truly between him and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Hold that one side. Two, if you were invited to the Council of State meeting and you missed the Council of State meeting, for what reason? What were you doing? If you are sick and you missed the Council of State meeting, it's okay. It doesn't point to a rift between you and the president as reported. If you are outside the country, that the Council of State meeting was an impromptu meeting, it is understandable that, you are not in the country. But you are in the country. You are in Abuja, the same Abuja that the president is residing. In fact, to get to Aso Rock, maybe it will be about 10 minutes or 15 minutes drive. You decide to leave that particular meeting and go and be launching one project in FCT. Let's put it on a scale to just reason logically. Council of State meeting invited by the president. You are invited by the president. You didn't go. You sent the Minister of State. You first of all denied. But then, now, Sarah reporter have brought out evidence that no, you sent the Minister of State. If you don't have an issue with the president, or you are trying to hide your face from there, why will you miss the Council of State meeting and miss it for what purpose? Because you want to commission one, project. A Council of State meeting. Who are the people eligible to be in the council? I said it that there are some meetings in Nigeria. That I'm sorry, I'm trying to undo somebody here. The populace, have isolated. I'm trying to undo them. The Council of State meeting is not a meeting that anybody will just have access to. I gave you the instance of Dangote, right? I gave you the instance of Femi Otedola. As rich as Dangote is, he cannot find his way to Council of State meeting. To do what? To do what? As what? You know? It's a tune I see you watching me from Sweden. To do what? So if you are invited to such an important meeting and you didn't go, you send your vice. One, it is a disrespect to the president. Two, does it validate the assertion that there is a rift between you and the president? That is another thing. Three, your regular state broadcast media chat, you also missed it. Does it point to a rift that, oh, the president has truly banned you from that media chat? Now, you can excuse October. That, okay, October, there's independence celebration. Watch out for November. If Nyesom Wike does not hold media chat in November, does it point to a rift between him and the president? Now, let me read something for you. I will open the WhatsApp line in a moment. I also have a link that you can use to join me live and you make your contribution. Richard Ojeabulu from Canada, I see you. Farm Zone, watching me from Belgium, I see you. Great to have all of you. Keep your comment coming. Subscribe, turn on your notification button. Like this video if you are here to press the love button so that others can get to see. Now, it states, part of the report says, he is believed to have reached out to several former Nigerian head of state. Now, I want to support Wike now because I find something here that will make me support Wike small. Now, look at this report. It said he is believed, that is, Wike is believed to have reached out to several former Nigerian head of state, urging them to stay away from the meeting, a move that widened the cracks already visible within Tinubu's inner circle. He is also believed to have reached out to several former Nigerian head of state. Hold that one. Let me start with that one. When you say several former Nigerian head of state, I disagree with that. You know the reason why I disagree? Follow me. You will understand me now in the next 1 minute. Now, why do I just, you know that as I'm dissecting this thing, I'm bringing the point, I'm analyzing the report as I'm reading it. I've spoken some against Wike, some in favor of Tinubu, some against Tinubu. Now, let me favor Wike small. When you say several former Nigerian head of state, how many head of state do we have in Nigeria that are still living? We have Yakubu Gowon, who is the oldest at the moment. I think he's the oldest of them. Yakubu Gowon, yes. We have, he's a former head of state. We have IBB, Ibrahim Babangida is a former head of state, right? We have Abdusalami Abubakar, also from Niger State, is a former head of state. I've counted 3 now. After that, you know, this Shagari, Abacha, Buhari, those ones have died. So we have 3, right, that are military men. Those are head of state. Then for the civilian, we have Obasanjo. Obasanjo is also a military guy, but he's still alive. That is 4. We have Jonathan. That is 5. So that means that in the history of governance in Nigeria, the people that are governing Nigeria before that are alive now are just 5, right? If I omit any name, try and remind me in the comment section, but 5. Now, out of those 5 that are living, if you say several former Nigerian head of state, it means that most of those 5, Nyesom Wike is so close to them to the extent that he can influence their attendance at the Council of State meeting. Let me acknowledge this person. He has repeated this comment for a while. Odi Abdurrahman, I see you, you know. I think you just want me to acknowledge you by fire by force because you'll be repeating the same comment. I see you, my dear brother, watching me from Igara, the first and oldest local government headquarters in Nigeria, Akoko Edo State. I see you. So I hope you won't repeat the same comment now. I've acknowledged you, my dear brother, Ode Abdurrahman from Akoko Edo State. If you're watching me, say hi to me. Tell me where Ernest Shonekon is dead now. Ernest Shonekon, is he dead or alive? I think Shonekon is dead. No, Shonekon is dead now. Please, can somebody quickly help me Google it, you know, so that I know that. I think Shonekon is dead now. Is he dead or alive? Somebody should help me in the comment section. is Shonekon, Ernest Shonekon, the leader of the interim national government of Nigeria, the one that Abacha kicked out of office. Let me even help myself. Ernest Shonekon. Let me see. Yeah, he died now, 2022. He's dead. This is it. Ernest Shonekon. He lived from 1936 to 2022. See, this is it. Ernest Shonekon. You can see the name. Died 11 January 2022. Is late. So we have 5 that are living. Gowon, Babangida, Abdusalami, Obasanjo, and Jonathan. 5. Now, if you say that he influenced several of them, Wike does not. Now, out of those 5, yes, out of those 5, the Tinubu government was able to muzzle 2 to attend the meeting so that it will give that particular meeting the required acceptance and quorum is supposed to have. It will give that particular meeting the quorum is supposed to have. My sister Abosede Ojo, you are still with me. God bless you. My dear sister Abosede Ojo. When I say my sister, it doesn't mean I've seen her before. In fact, she's an elderly person, sir, but I don't know whether it's mommy or grandma that we use because I've not seen her before. But let me just use my sister Iko. God bless you. Abosede Ojo, watching me from United States. God bless you. Tell me where you are watching me from, my dear people. Now, let us dissect that statement. Tinubu government was able to muzzle 2 into that particular Council of State meeting. Some people, when you speak about these people, they say, oh, don't speak about them. No, you are a slave. I am a bona fide Nigerian. So we can speak about Council of State meeting of our country. Now, IBB attended that meeting virtually. Abdusalami, I think, also attended virtually. 2 leaders attended virtually, which means they participated online via Zoom or something. I see all of you. Shout out to you, Martin. I see you, Omoba Aderoyale. I see you, Chika Henry. I see you, Charles Oluyemi Koka. I see you, Akelos Nwosu. I see you, Adams Anisha. I see you, Prince Godwin Oriaku. I see you. That Prince Godwin Oriaku name sounds familiar. I think you are one of my regular viewers. Dr. Ige Olutayo Oladele. I see you, Kenneth Iri. I see you, Yemi from London, UK. I see you. A lot of people in my comment section. God bless all of you. I quite appreciate you. Emmanuel, I see you. Christian Kochuku, Alan Godwin, Chika Henry, Neil Percy. My brother Joy, Dry Cleaning and Laundry Service, Alan Godwin, Martin City. I see all of you. Now, we have listed 5, right? We have listed 5. Now, let me shock you. 2 attended. Out of those 5 that are living, the dead cannot attend. 2 attended, making 3 remaining, right? It is 3 that is remaining, which is Yakubu Gowon, Olusegun Obasanjo, and Goodluck Jonathan. So if you use the word several, it means that Nyesom Wike must have influence on these people. Now, let me start with Yakubu Gowon. Nyesom Wike does not look like somebody that is close to Gowon, not to talk of have strong influence over him to the extent of stopping him, convincing him, influencing him, cajoling him to be absent at the Council of State meeting. No. I disagree with Sarah in that regard. Wike does not look like somebody that has influence or that has control over Yakubu Gowon. No. Yakubu Gowon is a big boy in his own right. He's a former head of state. The oldest leader of Nigeria now is Yakubu Gowon. That is why when Obasanjo was bragadoing during Buhari era, they had to fire him. That why are you always behaving as if you know all? Why are you always behaving as if there's nobody that senior you? Oga, sit down. Gowon still seniors you. Gowon is the oldest in terms of leadership in Nigeria. Even Gowon said they keep quiet. Who made that statement? If it were to be a political science class, that reduced the marks. If you can't tell me who made that argument, Festus Keyamo, the current Minister of Aviation, was the one that made that argument at that point. And that Obasanjo, keep quiet. Why are you during Buhari era, or not during Tinubu's time? That it is you can't, you are just bragadoing and all that. Even Gowon has power more than you. Gowon is still your boss, so you are not the overall boss. Stop claiming boss over Buhari. If you claim boss over Buhari, fine. But as Gowon claim boss over you, when you were ruling, did Gowon give you problem? They use that one to fire Obasanjo. So Gowon is some of you, as simple as this thing is, some of you don't know it. Now I'm giving you the information now. You still will not like this video. You still will not share it. You still will not press the love button. Chai! How do you want to make heaven? So Gowon is the oldest. Wike does not look like somebody that have influence over Gowon. He can have his number. He can be greeting him. He can take goodies to Gowon's house. Head of state, so somebody brought ampao, like Christmas is coming now. Somebody brought something of he's the minister of FCT. Maybe that. But for him to be so close to Gowon that he can influence him that no, don't attend council of state meeting, I don't believe so. You see, I favor Wike now. 2, Olusegun Obasanjo. There are 5 that are leaving, with -2 that attended, IBB and Abdul Salam. 3 is remaining. Gowon, we've nullified that one. Now remaining Obasanjo and Jonathan. Wike does not look like somebody that has influence over Goodluck Jonathan. In fact, he has abused Goodluck Jonathan. He was once close to Goodluck Jonathan. But he has dragged Goodluck Jonathan. He has dragged Mama Peace, Patience Jonathan, in his usual uncouth manner of speaking. So, in other words, rule out Goodluck Jonathan. He is not close to him. Even when they are talking about presidential election, Nyesom Wike even tackled Goodluck Jonathan. He said that, well, I don't think Goodluck Jonathan should contest. In fact, people that want to bring in, they just want to bring crisis. I think that he should just maintain his elder statesman status. So, with that particular report, not declaring support for Jonathan, can Jonathan listen to Wike that he should not attend the Council of State meeting? Because we have to be fair to everybody. So when you lie against Wike, we'll point it out. That no, Wike may be, in quote, Wike may be, I don't want to use bad word, Wike may be silly. Wike may be a silly guy. Everybody knows, it's okay. But then if you lie against him, it is our duty, based on critical thinking, to point it out and say, no, we don't say Wike a bad boy. But in this one, no, you don't lie against Wike. Now, I've given you, out of 3, I've given you 2, Abi. So, if you are just joining me, you have missed a bit. Sorry. That's why I said subscribe, turn on your notification button. The 3rd one is Obasanjo. Let us be sincere with ourselves. If anybody is to tolerate Wike's nonsense, it's not somebody like Obasanjo. If anybody will tolerate Wike's nonsense, it's not Obasanjo. So there's no way he can be close to Obasanjo, not to talk of influencing him. So if 5 former head of state and leaders of Nigeria are leaving, 2 attended, remaining 3, he can be close to Gowon to the extent of influencing him. He can be close to Jonathan to the extent of influencing him. Obasanjo, I don't even think he's close to that one at all. Because Obasanjo will not tolerate his nonsense for 2 minutes. Where did you see several? Where did you see the report that he was trying to influence several head of state, in fairness to Wike? Where that report come from? That is why you cannot afford to be ignorant. Knowledge is for a reason. It's not every information that they give you that you consume. No, you need to. That's why me, if I read political news, as I read them, maybe because it's me, it the flow enter my head. Say, no, yes, okay, most like no, no. So that is to say that is that report, that area of that report, is it false? Apparently, yes. Apparently, yes. Now, let us continue. I still have some detailed information that will shock you. Let's continue. It says, urging them to stay away from the meeting, a move that widened the cracks already visible within Tinubu's inner circle. Can Wike urge them to stay away from the meeting? I say no, right? Let me take some comment before I go into another layer. That's why if you are watching me and you didn't like this video and you are gaining from my knowledge, on Judgment Day, when God want to ask you question, I will be by God's side. And I will tell God, see that one, he did not like my video. He's very wicked. He gained from my knowledge. 3 degrees from 3 continents. Free video just to like. Hi. To share, to subscribe. My people, why? Let me take some comment before I go into another layer. Ike Mefuna Onyi Logu says, you are very correct. Wike has no relationship with Gowon. There's no connection whatsoever. No, Apostle say yes, Wike cannot even. No, Wike is too small. When Gowon was head of state, where is Wike? It's because Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know that when you want something, sometimes you have to stoop low. When you want to collect biscuit from a child, you have to turn yourself into a child and play with that child for you to be able to collect that biscuit. That's why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is rolling with Wike. But the likes of Obasanjo, when Obasanjo was military head of state, where is Wike? Where is Wike? And that is why there are some people that cannot forgive Wike. Because when Atiku was the vice president, Wike was just a local government chairman. It's just like Shetima now, a local government chairman should now be insulting Shetima in the future. You now say they no cast your house for Florida. Alaye, they go cast your destiny. Because why? You don't offend people. You don't downgrade people. No, Pastor say Wike cannot influence Gowon, IBB, Obasanjo, and Jonathan. Honestly, it will not happen. It will not. It will not. Sunday Babalola says Keyamo is out of it to remove Obasanjo. Well, where was Keyamo and Wike when we first heard of one Major Obasanjo in 1966 when I was in primary 2? You see why? You see why I don't allow people to constitute nuisance on my page. See Sunday Babalola now. In 1966, he was in primary 2. So you know that this person is an elderly person. So how will I have an elderly person like that listening to me? I have doctors listening to me. I have professors listening to me. You, whether you be Yahoo boy, you can't have access to cheap data, or whether you lack home training, or whether you are a ragtag, a scallywag, or a non-entity, you now come and be constituting nuisance on my page. Alaye, I will block you. Because why? You won't distract me for reasonable, intelligent, elderly people. For an elderly people to be watching me, it means say maybe I speak one sense or the other. That's why my platform is for selected people. You are either intelligent or you have potential to be intelligent. Not for ragtag scallywags, Shout out to you, Mr. Sunday Babalola. He was in primary 2 in 1966. Live long, sir. God bless you. Great to have you here. Now, looking at it, we are establishing the crack in the cabinet. Now, I told you about Justice Liman, the controversial Justice Liman, and I told you about the statement of Buba Galadima, Buhari's friend, the people that were close to Buhari before Buhari became president, and after he became president, they hijacked Buhari from him. Buba Galadima. You will know that name if you usually listen to news. It's an elderly person. Buba Galadima said, if Tinubu dare appoint Liman, it will have problem, that there will be a civil war. That is the word of Galadima. Civil war in Nigeria. Now, let us go to another side of the equation. Tinubu trusted advisors. Oh God. God. I respect good people that watch me, that inspire me. But I swear, some of you now don't deserve me. Now, look at this report. Say, Tinubu's trusted advisors began to reassess Wike's role in government. Now, you will recall that at the beginning of this video, I spoke about Scout, right? That when there is a vacant position or there will be a vacant position, there's something we call scouting, whereby the president or the governor will be looking for who can do this job, who can do it. So people that are close to him, his appointees, everybody will be nominating. That is scouting. They are scouting for who can be used. Then they will start screening. Now, after the scouting, I've produced Justice Liman from Nyesom Wike, who happens to be Nyesom Wike's supporter. Then it now moved to the next stage, which is the assessment stage, the first stage of assessment. And it says, Tinubu's trusted, before at the scouting stage, as I said at the beginning of this video, it is everybody that can suggest, that can recommend. Everybody, anybody can suggest to the president and say, oh, Mr. President, this person I think can do it. That is scouting stage. But when it now comes to assessment stage, it will be narrow. God bless you, Curtis Ojo Akuodo. That's why I like intelligent people on my channel. He says, I watched that interview of Buba Galadima on our Rise TV morning show. He's always very blunt in his conviction. There are some people that when they say something, don't throw it away. And one of them is Buba Galadima. Alhaji Buba. You can Google his name. You will see his face. You will know that, it's like I know this man if you're listening to news. My dear sister, Abosede Ojo says, searching for a replacement. I see you, my dear sister, one of my regular viewers. God bless you, Madam Abosede Ojo. So, it will now move to selection stage. You see that selection stage, the thing, it go come dey narrow. As it dey narrow, who will be left with is not every Tom, Dick, and Harry. It will now be Tinubu and his trusted people. The likes of Femi Gbajabiamila, that's one of his trusted guy. They will be there. Now, they said they began to assess Wike's role in government. I usually call them the Tinubu boys. If you listen to my analysis, if I want to refer to, I don't say Kaba, I say the Tinubu boys. The Tinubu boys. They now, when they sat down to review the scouting stage, all the analysis, all the names that have been submitted during scouting stage. Then when they got to Liman, the preferred candidate of Wike for the INEC Chairman, they now look at it that, who brought this Liman? It is Wike. Wike. Aye. Wike, Nyesom Wike. Aye. They now began to do what? Reassess Wike's role in government. Now, listen to this. It will blow you away. Concluding that he had become too erratic and politically toxic to be trusted with sensitive national matters. Did you hear what I just read? And they concluded, the Tinubu boys, the who is who for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his boys, Oga gets his own boys, go be say the likes of Wale Edun, the likes of Yemi Kadoso, They concluded that Wike had become too erratic and politically toxic to be trusted with sensitive national matters, like the nomination of what? INEC Chairman. At the beginning, that's why I said, don't always come late to my live video. Don't always come late. You will miss a lot. I said, there are some sensitive positions. INEC Chairman, Minister of Finance, there are some positions that they are very sensitive. Who will become the Inspector General of Police, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff. There are some sensitive positions that, in fact, those are the pillars of the country. You don't joke with them. No be position where you they take play if you want to remain as president. He said Wike had become too erratic. If you don't know the meaning, go and Google it. And politically toxic. Now, listen to this one now. The reports by Sarah said Wike had reportedly pushed hard for Justice Abdullahi Muhammad Liman a justice of the Court of Appeal to be appointed as INEC chairman. Now, if Wike come, don't talk, say, oh, na lie, oh, they lie. Can somebody like Buba Galadima lie? If you know Buba Galadima, oh, for somebody like Buba Galadima to come out and say, we don't hear this thing, Tinubu, if you try it, you know what? I could have thought it is the person that was appointed, Professor Joash Amupitan. But the reason why I know that Tinubu didn't eventually appoint that person that Northerners were waiting for him so that there can be civil war in court, according to Buba Galadima. The reason why I know that it was not that person was because Joash Amupitan is a professor and a lawyer, but is not a judge. Justice Liman is a judge. And if you watch the interview of Buba Galadima, Buhari's friend, he said that Tinubu is planning to appoint a controversial judge. Controversial judge. But Professor Joash Amupitan is not a judge. He's a lawyer, he's a senior advocate, deputy vice chancellor, but he's not a judge. So if Professor Joash Amupitan is a judge, I would have suspect that, oh, it may be the person that Buba Galadima is saying. Now, look at it. Somebody gave me a comment that caught my attention. No, person say politically toxic. That is Wike. Of course, I agree. I think he is not stable to be trusted with certain leadership progression in this nation. That's according to Noel Passy. Now, look at this. Listen to this. We are going somewhere. We are on a journey. If you are just watching me, if you are just joining me, you have missed. You join halfway, but you can still benefit. We have been on a journey since. We are on a journey. Now, look at it. He said Wike had reportedly pushed hard for Justice Abdullahi Liman, a justice of the Court of Appeal, to be appointed. So the question now is that did Wike really push for Justice Abdullahi Liman? Apparently, yes. There's something we call triangulation. Triangulation, which is that if there's an information, is there anything that points to, leads to, add to that particular information that you have that can strengthen, verify it, or nullify it? So that is why when I speak sometimes, I use the research skill called triangulation. Some of you that are PhDs that are watching me, or that you are professor, maybe some intelligent masters holders will understand what I'm saying. Triangulation. So when I say this and I bring in Buba Galadima, what I'm doing is I'm triangulating that particular, using other informations to what? To verify the assertion. Buba Galadima said it. Now, he said, listen to this. I said, we are on a journey, right? If you are watching me, please, if you are here to subscribe to this channel. Subscription is free. I have 414 people watching me. Imagine me having about maybe 200 subscribers. Just click the subscribe button. Click the button by the side. It's free to subscribe. Like this video. Liking it is free. That's the only thing you can give me. Somebody said yesterday that, oh, doctor, did you send your account number? I say, no, I won't send my account number. If you have super chat, you can give me, it's okay. But what I can say is that money you want to give me, find somebody that is poor around you. Give that person. If you give that person, you have given me. So please, like this video, man. Now let's continue. He said he secured clearances for him through several security agencies, confident that Tinubu would approve. Now, we are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. You know, when I give you information ahead that we are going somewhere, you know that we are truly going somewhere. Now, he secured clearances for him through several security agencies, confident that Tinubu would approve. Why would it be confident that Tinubu would approve? Tinubu have not been going against anything that comes from Wike. Now, I'm employing that triangulation now. Wike wanted FCT to have a state-like status in anything financial. Tinubu approve. The case of Siminalayi Fubara came. The case of Siminalayi Fubara came. Wike, what do you want? Mr. President, they have taken the state away from me. You know Wike's word, he used to say structure. That is his political word, structure. They have taken the structure away from me. Okay, what do you want? I want back the structure. Approved. So anything that has come from Wike, Tinubu has always approved. In fact, there was a report by People's Gazette that when they were exposing Wike's alleged, alleged land issue that was allocating land, and some people were allegedly warning him, they, according to People's Gazette, I'm giving you reference now, that Wike was boasting that nothing can happen to him because he is instrumental to Tinubu winning the 2027 presidential election. Yes, Wike was allegedly boasting that nothing can happen to him because he is, according to People's Gazette report, instrumental to Tinubu winning the presidential election. And by the virtue of that, most of the things Wike bring, no matter how difficult it is, Tinubu usually approve. To declare state of emergency no be easy thing. No. Okay, they have taken the structure. What can we do? What can we do? They brainstorm state of emergency. Maybe the pipe that they said they bombed that time. God forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe it is Wike's boys that did it. That they don't burst pipeline, which it was later discovered to be false. Oh, Mr. President, they don't burst pipeline. Oh yeah, bam, state of emergency declared. Another thing I've given you two. Let me give you one more. Budget. As Nyesom Wike right hand, now in that they include them for the national budget to submit to the National Assembly, Senate and House of Rep. They know they change anything. As Wike submit and say, okay, this is budget of FCT, they go just pack them together. Oh yeah, submit it. So most of the things that comes from Nyesom Wike, Tinubu has always what? Approved. Now, based on that pattern, Nyesom Wike, according to this report, secured clearances for Justice Liman through several security agencies, which will be maybe the NIA, the DSS, shout out to the DSS, they are doing a wonderful job. Until recently, the way they are handling this Showore case, I don't like it, but that guy, Tunde something in DSS, has been doing a wonderful job, right? Shout out to DSS. Some of you don't know that it's not easy to be a security agent in Nigeria. Those people are going through hell and fire. Even police, military itself. There's one intelligent guy in the military. I've listened to him twice. I didn't even know the guy is that intelligent. That chief of defense staff, Christopher Musa, you can Google his name. Some of you that don't know him, very intelligent guy. Very intelligent guy. Chief of defense staff, Christopher Musa. I first listened to him on Al Jazeera. I was live streaming Al Jazeera that I didn't know he was that intelligent. One of the worst appointments to sensitive position in Nigeria is Ibrahim Magu, former chairman of EFCC. Very dull guy. Sense Babu. You wonder that how did this one make it to be EFCC chairman? Some of you will remember Ibrahim Magu, very dull guy. I've never seen somebody at a sensitive position and you'll be that dull. Your brain go dull like that. Terrible. But Christopher Musa, trust me when I say somebody is intelligent. And this guy too, that SDSS now, the guy they try. Just that the way he's handling this show, thing, he don't fall in himself hand. Now, I said we are on a journey. He secured several clearances through security agencies, confident Tinubu will approve. Let's go to the next paragraph. But listen to me, please. Listen to me very well now. But following mounting skepticism within the presidency, Liman's candidacy was quietly dropped. I have something for you in that regard. Following mounting skepticism, and what is that skepticism? Which is the paragraph that I read some time ago that Wike was, where is that paragraph of political? Yes, that Wike had become too erratic and politically toxic to be trusted with sensitive national matters. That's the paragraph I read some time ago. Now, if I can skip other paragraph and link it to this one, but following mounting skepticism within the presidency, Liman's candidacy was quietly dropped. Quietly dropped. It means, say, that they give her hope. Know that one of the people that knows how to push to achieve their aim, one of them is Nyesom Wike. He knows how to push. And if he's with you, he will go all out to make sure that he stand by you. Look at this PDP National Secretary issue. You know, the way he stood by that guy, I've forgotten the name of the man, Senator something. This yellow fair man like that. I've forgotten his name. The way he stood by the man, Nyesom Wike is, if I can use the word in quote, a good pusher. He knows how to push. He will push to make things happen for you. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification button. And please like this video. Give me likes. Help me press the love button, my people. So following mounting skepticism within the presidency, Liman's candidacy was quietly dropped. Now, Anyanwu, God bless you, Curtis Oje Akoudo. God bless you, my dear brother. Curtis, why are you watching me from Samanyanwu? God bless you. You know, God bless you. I like when people remind me something when I forget. It shows that you are informed too. God bless you, my brother. You know, Tony Osagi, is your name Sunday Ito Atlanta? How are you doing? I'm doing fine, my dear brother. God bless you. Great to have you. If you are watching me, you are yet to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification button. Help me like this video. Help me press the love button. God bless you as you do. Quietly dropped, which means that what Yoruba usually call Okoru. You understand? You know where you are going, but you do uncodedly, just so that it won't backfire. And the reason why it was quietly dropped, from my lens as a political scientist, will be to prevent over lobbying. You know that if it is not quietly dropped, they go the lobby. Don't you know? Let me tell you something. There are some positions in Nigeria that if you occupy that position, you will be stupendously rich. Let me give you an example. You know, I don't speak in vacuum. When Adams Aliu Oshiomhole became the chairman of APC, and he was removed by Buhari, you will remember that after the election, when Oshiomhole was removed by Buhari, DSS arrested Oshiomhole. Have you forgotten? What was the reason? That it was about financial issue. That some people allegedly gave money to Oshiomhole, some people allegedly tried to influence him, some people allegedly bribed him, and some of them did not get the ticket that they were bidding for. So some of them have to go the way of DSS. He took the intervention of the president then, Buhari, when it was becoming something of a national embarrassment that the immediate past chairman of the party is being arrested by DSS, questioned by EFCC. It was becoming an embarrassment. So the presidency of Buhari had to step in to just, kill that particular case so that it doesn't continue to embarrass the government at that point in time. Being the national chairman of a party alone will expose you to a lot of gift. Person where ask for car, will come and give you one of the best car in the world. Person where ask for house can afford to give you house because why? They need the party ticket. Not to now talk of INEC Chairman. In other words, the consequence of that office can make people use 1 trillion to pursue that particular office. Are you with me? The consequence of that office can make people use 1 trillion naira, 999 billion, to pursue that office because that office is like the life and death of so many people. So if they didn't drop Liman quietly, I've told you before that Nigeria has 3 spenders right now, people that can spend. There's one thing to have money, there's another thing to be able to spend it. There are 2 different things. You have money, but can you spend it? 3 spenders are in Nigeria now. They can spend anything. Number 1, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a spender. He will spend your life, spend your destiny. In fact, they say every man has a price. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Is one of such, is a spender. Number two, Wike. Number three, Godswill Akpabio. You see these three people, when they say there's one, not that others doesn't have money, they have money, but can they spend it? Are they a spender? They have money, but they can't spend it. But you see these three people, Tinubu, Wike, Akpabio, mad, crazy spenders. They can spend to make things happen. They can spend to make impossibility possible. Those are the kind of people. So if Liman wasn't quietly dropped, apparently Wike may still be pushing for the judge. And why is Wike pushing for his candidate to be appointed as INEC chairman? Because he knows the importance of that office. In fact, if your candidate is appointed the INEC chairman, you are like the owner of Nigeria's democracy. If you want your enemy not to win this election, any state in Nigeria, you know, go win. Let me give you another instance. I gave you one example. I was saying that everything approved. Let me give you another one that just come to mind. When they were to conduct the Edo governorship election, the resident electoral commissioner in Edo State was reportedly Wike's cousin. There were pressure in the political circle that Wike's cousin should be dropped because they believe that he will be biased and favor APC. Despite all the pressure, the presidency keep quiet. Nyesom Wike eventually have his way. It was his cousin that was the resident electoral commissioner of INEC for the election that brought him Monday Okwebolo. So your cousin as resident electoral commissioner approved. They also, approved it and left it for Nyesom Wike. So in that regard, you will see that Nyesom Wike would think that, the president will still approve the appointment of Liman for him. That's what he would think, right? I'm sorry, my people. I need to quickly, give me 10 seconds. Let me get something at the door. Just 10 seconds, my people. Not more than 10 seconds. Let me quickly get something at the door. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah. If you are watching me, say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from, my people. Let me know where you are watching me from. What part of the world are you watching me from on a day like this? Say hi to me. Let me know where you are watching me from. Where are you watching me from? Where in the part of the world are you watching me from? I'm trying to get something right. How do I do this section? Okay. Now let's continue, my dear people. Thanks for staying with me. Yeah. If Wike, if they have not quietly dropped Liman, then there would have been an issue. So Justice Liman was reportedly quietly dropped. Now let's go on. Let me go further. He said that Tinubu instead, now listen to this, Tinubu instead appointed Joash Amupitan. Now, they are quoting a word from the president now, and I need you to listen to this. They are quoting a word from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They said, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a setting. Apologies, my people. Oh my God. Apologies, my people. I'm trying to do a setting. They said Tinubu reported. Now I want to give you the statement that what Tinubu reportedly said. Just bear with me while I just fix this setting. I'm sorry, my people. I have to get my settings right. Ah, my God. So the appointment, what did the president reportedly had to say? According to the report that I'm reading to you, they said that Oga Patapata, number one, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu instead appointed Joash Amupitan. Tinubu is said to have told close aides that Wike was too unstable and untrustworthy. Did you hear that? Tinubu is said to have told close aides that Wike was, in quotes now, too unstable and untrustworthy. When I started this life, I told you about I told you about Sahara. If you watch my life, there's a way I start my analysis. I told you how some of this information comes about, right? Now, as it's been said, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, reportedly said Nyesom Wike was too unstable and what? Untrustworthy. That's according to number one, Mr. President. To influence the leadership of Nigeria's electoral body. Again, let me read that to you. Tinubu is said to have told close aides that Wike was too unstable and untrustworthy to influence the leadership of Nigeria's electoral body. What is the electoral body? Apparently, INEC. So, in other words, Tinubu himself, Jagaban, knows what is doing. I don't know why this thing keeps doing like this. I'm sorry, my people. I have to get this my settings right. Apologies, my dear people. Just bear with me. So the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, believes that Wike is what? Is reportedly untrustworthy. That's according to Mr. President. Now, let me continue the report. I have something for you. This is what we call politics in high places. He said Wike is unstable and untrustworthy to influence the leadership of Nigeria's electoral body. Let me speak to that. You see, Yorubas usually say something that if you are a bad person, you're always doing something bad. You will think that people that they don't see you, now lie, that they see you. And when it comes to the crucial time, it is that you're bad, now they go use to nail you. That is what apparently happened to Nyesom Wike. They said that, he's not trustworthy to influence the leadership of Nigeria's electoral body. Now, let us continue. The report says that, I'm coming, my people. The report says that the breakdown of trust soon extended to media control and censorship. Now, we are going into another dimension now. The breakdown of trust soon extended to media control and censorship. After Governor Fubara's reinstatement, Tinubu reportedly ordered Wike. Now, listen to this. Tinubu reportedly ordered Wike to suspend his monthly media briefings, arguing that his combative tone was damaging the administration's image. You heard that? After Governor Fubara's reinstatement, Tinubu reportedly ordered Wike to suspend issue. So if you are still with me, say hi to me in the comment section. Let us continue. I know that a lot of people will have left, but it's okay, that's fine. So as I was saying, right, it reads that the breakdown of trust soon extended. Listen to that. Breakdown of trust soon extended, which is that, oh, I don't trust you. Oh, I trust you. No, I don't trust you. It soon extended to media control and what? Censorship. Listen to that. Breakdown of trust soon extended to media control and censorship. After Governor Fubara's reinstatement, God bless you, Richard Ojiabulu says, I'm still here, my brother. God bless you, my dear brother. You know that in this life is when you are active that people will stay with you. You know, the little glitch I have, I know that most people would have run away. You understand? Such is life, but great to still have you here, my dear brother Richard Ojiabulu. Richard Ojiabulu, where are you watching me from? Where in the part of the world are you watching me from? Now, it says after Governor Fubara's reinstatement, Tinubu reportedly ordered Wike to suspend his monthly media briefings, arguing that his combative tone was damaging the administration's image. Please, if you are watching me, help me press the love button. Help me press it repeatedly so that others can get to see it as well. Now, it says that arguing that his combative tone was damaging the administration's image. That means that from this report that the president feels, or maybe what don't reach President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say, the way this wicked guy they go about this thing, the way this wicked guy they abuse anybody abusable, then it would affect you, Mr. President. So I think that the president got the report, but apparently it would have been apparently now the Tinubu boys now they go report a wiki to their Oga that Oga, this guy, is creating a problem. So according to the report here, that the combative tone, and what is the combative tone? You will recall that Nyesom Wike has abused who is who. In fact, is there anybody of political relevance or significance in Nigeria that has not had trouble with Wike or yet to abuse? I remember on Arise News, when Dr. Ruben Abati made an assertion that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you better be very careful because in the nearest future, in fact, how Dr. Abati said it, that they said we'll be here when Wike will also abuse you, and when he abuse you, we'll be here to tell you that did we not tell you? Did we not warn you? So it further said that furious, Wike appealed that when they stopped the monthly media chat, Wike was angry. The report now said that Wike appealed to Chief of Staff Femi Gbajabiamila. You know that I said that I usually call them the Tinubu boys, and that one of them is somebody like Femi Gbajabiamila. That they usually say, "Oh, Kaba, Kaba." That time of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it is the Kaba. You say for you to call them the Tinubu boys. That is the name that I usually call them. I call them the Tinubu boys. Now, according to the report here, it says that furious, which means that Wike was angry, and out of that anger, he spoke to Femi Gbajabiamila, the chief of staff to the president. He sought his help. And now, let us continue reading what happened. He said, warning that silencing him would make Showore too powerful. That is according to the report here that Wike warned that if you silence me, if you don't allow me to have my media chat, it will only make Showore powerful. But let us look at something in that regard. There's something there, which is that now the combative tone, according to what was said here, was damaging the administration's image. But Nyesom Wike is always praising Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But then, what they mean by combative tone is the way you abuse people, the way you can't allow people to talk, the way that you would criticize this one, criticize that one. that is beginning to make people, rather than for them to like the administration, it is now making people to hate the administration. That is what is being said here. Now, it says that the exchange reflected the degree to which Shore's expose has undermined Wike's standing within the presidency. Now, listen to that. You know that Omoyele Shore was exposing anything and everything. In fact, Shore is a dangerous guy as well, in the sense that he went way back. Shore went way back in time. If you're watching me, say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from. Say hi to me in the comment section and tell me where you are watching me from. If you're watching me, say hi. Tell me where you are watching me from. I can see Richard Ojagbolo. Okay, Richard is watching me from Canada. God bless you. Ben Ukeagu, where are you watching me from? Say hi to me in the comment section. Where are you watching me from? If you are here to like this video as well. Now, it said that the exchange reflected the degree. In fact, if not for political reason, God's favor blessed is watching me from Calabar in Cross River State. If you are watching me, say hi to me in the comment section. Tell me where you are watching me from. It said the exchange reflected the degree to which Shore's expose has undermined Wike's standing within the presidency. That means that in the presidency itself felt concerned. But do you know why Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot do away with Wike? Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu, apparently, looking at him, he would have felt that, well, if I send Wike away, if he affects me, what if I believe that, okay, I am now dominating the South, that people are cross-carpeting to the APC, that is to my advantage as president. But then, what if all of a sudden, Atiku and Obi decide to unite? I need spoilers. What if Goodluck Jonathan decide to contest? I will need somebody like Wike in the PDP, because Jonathan will most likely contest under PDP. What if Obi and Atiku eventually decide to unite among themselves? And or what if nothing is impossible? What if Atiku now steps down for Peter Obi? What will happen under the circumstance? So Tinubu apparently know that he still needs spoilers, and one of them is apparently Nyesom Wike. One Love is saying hi from UK. Chukudi Okeagu, that is watching me from Lagos. Andrew Dyer, your name sounds familiar. I think you are my viewer at some point. I think I've seen that name before. Great to have you watching me from London town. God bless you. Anthony Abumere watching me from United States. Stanley Uze Ubu watching me from Israel. Nigeria still there, Israel. Stanley Uze Uzu, please permit me to ask a private question. What are you doing in Israel? Are you living there, or you went for pre-game ability, because they call it? Are you living in Israel? No way in Nigeria, no deal. Bola Oyewole is watching me from Osun State, God bless you. Great to have all of you. Say you've been watching me on the low. No, don't watch me on the low, Don't watch me on the low. If you watch me on the low, that means that you just hibernate yourself. No, don't hibernate. Contribute as well. Someone watching me from Canada. Stanley says, I live here. Okay. Navidad is, I hear you. Navidad, great to have you. Olushola Balogun is watching me from Ogun State. Great to have all of you. Now, it says that the exchange reviewed it. I was telling you that the reason why Wike was not sacked, despite all his land expose, despite all his Florida mansion corruption expose, rightly or wrongly, is because Wike is a political asset. Tinubu knows that, well, apparently he's coasting on to victory. All these people that are decamping cheaply. He knows that, he may have his way in 2027. Don't forget that he's the one that appointed INEC Chairman. This man, IGP Adeolu Egbetokun, was his chief security when he was the governor of Lagos State. And when election comes, the IGP will be the one to superintend over the election. There are two important agencies in Nigeria when it comes to election. If you are here to like this video, give me a like, my people. Press the like button. Help me press the love button too. You can press the love button as many times as possible so that others can get to see it as well. Press the like button if you are yet to subscribe, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel. Now, two agencies are important when it comes to election in Nigeria. Two that are very, very, very important. Number one is INEC. Number two is the Nigerian Police Force. Don't forget that it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu that appoints the chairman of INEC now. It is still the same Tinubu that appoints Adeolu Egbetokun, the Inspector General of Police. Now, looking at it from that angle, is you already have some steps ahead. But you know, when you are a politician and you understand the game, definitely you will play safe. So apparently, Tinubu, from this report by Sahara Reporters, is getting the feelers of what is happening, but is trying to be politically safe. That is what I see in this report, that is trying to be politically safe because he knows that anything can happen. And the permutation is not clear. If Jonathan comes, he needs him to scatter PDP. If Atiku and Obi unite, he needs him to also create a problem. Now, let us continue. He says, amid the turmoil, now listen to this. Wike allegedly approached the Code of Conduct Bureau to amend his asset declaration. Wike allegedly approached the Code of Conduct Bureau to amend his asset declaration, seeking to include the properties exposed in Florida and elsewhere. Now, what happened when he approached allegedly the Code of Conduct Bureau? What happened? You may be wondering what happened. But officials reportedly told him that the original documents have been forwarded to the EFCC, leaving him politically vulnerable and deeply unsettled and betrayed. Now, let me give you a bit of analysis in that regard. Why did Wike feel betrayed? Because Wike knows that the Code of Conduct Bureau, it's possible for them to do some abracadabra for him. Then you may want to imagine that who sent Wike's file to EFCC? Who sent his Code of Conduct form to EFCC? It means that even Tinubu is preparing for the raining days as regards Wike. And when the time comes, it's possible say hand go touch Wike. Whose hand go touch him? Bola Ahmed Tinubu's hand himself. Don't forget that when Code of Conduct Bureau, during the 2023 presidential election, there was an argument whereby they were seeking the what do they call it? They were seeking the Code of Conduct form, the asset declaration. That's the name of the form, the asset declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That what is his asset declaration between 1999 to 2007. But at the end of the day, there was news report then that they couldn't find it. I think there was a new report then that they couldn't find, and people were saying, how come? How come you will not be able to find it? So the big question is, how did the asset declaration form of then presidential aspirant, not even a candidate yet, then presidential aspirant Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how did this asset declaration form disappear from the Code of Conduct Bureau? So from that background, Nyesom Wike may have thought that, well, it is possible to do some abracadabra in Code of Conduct Bureau. So in other words, you guys, now fit they do things, but when it comes to my own, now talk say it has been forwarded to EFCC. And if it has been forwarded to EFCC, that means that they would have created a secret file. All the reports that they are making against Nyesom Wike, they would have appointed maybe even a secret investigator to just be keeping it somewhere. What will now determine Nyesom Wike's fate is if he is still in the good book of the president or not. Because in Nigeria, if you are lucky, if you are fortunate to be in the good book of the president, whoever the president is, nothing can happen to you. Nothing can happen to you. So the report says Nyesom Wike felt vulnerable and deeply unsettled. Now, the next paragraph is growing frustration culminated in Thursday's Council of State meeting where former head of state conspicuously boycotted the session. Now, they are pointing to two things. Number one, he has seen that, well, his favorite judge, Justice Abdullahi Liman, will not be appointed. One. Two is that the asset declaration form that these people were not cooperating with him, making two. And let us see the argument of Sahara in this instance. If Nyesom Wike is unsettled, can it truly, because of that, boycott the Council of State meeting? I will say more of maybe than maybe not. Do you know why? The reason is because that Nyesom Wike, looking at him, is somebody that, he cannot hold back. Is somebody that if he's angry with you, you will know. Is somebody that if he's happy, you will know. He lacks that, what they usually call the steez. The language that they were using in Nigeria, suppose steez. Wike is not the king of steez, if I can use that language. He's not the king of steez. He's the type that if he's happy with you, you will know. If he's sad, you will know. If he's restless, you will know. So based on Wike's character that is in public domain, people may, it may be possible for him that, let him excuse himself so that he doesn't go and, the Council of State meeting is not a meeting that you can go and behave anyhow or you can go and do anything. No, when you see Fubara, you can behave the way you like. It's okay. But when you are at the Council of State meeting and the president is seated, vice president is seated, Ibrahim Babangida is there virtually, this guy, this man, Abdusalami Abubakar is there virtually, all the state governors are there. If they are discussing about Liman, about Joash Amupitan, and you know that you are the type that your mouth can put you in problem, it is better you just stay away to save your face. So I see it as more of maybe than maybe not. Now, let us continue. It says presidency insiders. Presidency insiders, that's according to Sahara, suggest Wike played a role in orchestrating the boycott to demonstrate his displeasure with the appointment of Amupitan. The boycott of what? The former head of state. Now, I have analyzed it for you earlier that Wike does not have the power, in fairness to him. Wike does not have the power to influence the former head of state. He doesn't have the power to influence, or he's not close to Obasanjo so much so that he can influence whether the Baba would attend the Council of State meeting or not. No, I disagree. Wike doesn't have such power. That is one. Two, Wike doesn't have the power and influence over Abdusalami Abubakar, who attended anyway. IBB attended anyway. So he doesn't have power and influence over Jonathan, and there's one other person. I listed five then. There's one other person. Obasanjo, Jonathan, IBB. Go on. Yakubu go on. Who is still alive, former head of state. He doesn't have influence over them. So if you look at it well, Wike cannot play a role in orchestrating the boycott of these people. But then he may have stayed away. He may have stayed away to express his disappointment. But then again, that is where Wike we have problem. Because I can safely assert that at the end of the day, Tinubu will eventually disgrace him out of office if care is not taken. Because Tinubu is not the type that you flex muscle with. He's not the type. Tinubu has been in this game. He knows power. He knows how to get it. Look at how he brought Buhari to power. He knows what to do. He knows how to tame you. He knows how to limit you. He knows how to play with you. He knows when to flog you. So in this instance, if this report is true that Nyesom Wike boycotted the Council of State meeting just because he was displeased that Justice Liman wasn't appointed, then he will eventually put himself in trouble. Because Tinubu is not the type that you compete power with. It happened in Lagos, Ambode. When he was feeling too big, he wants to be a man of himself. What did he do? He kicked him out. Now, Sanwo-Olu has been behaving himself. You see what happened recently when the president even kind of like, snubbed, that's the word, snubbed the governor of Lagos State. So Tinubu is not the type that you can flex muscle with when it comes to power. No, he's the one that appointed you, and you are already outliving your relevance because more southern people has been joining the APC than even the president ever thought. In the sense that Tinubu knows that your influence is only in the south, particularly in River State. Maybe if they want to, hype you, it will be extended to like the Niger Delta area, right? Tinubu knows that. But let's even imagine that your influence is in southern Nigeria. By the time Tinubu was coming into office, he has you in the Niger Delta. But now, the same Tinubu have governors that have crossed carpet to the APC in the same Niger Delta region. The Edo State, when Tinubu became president, Edo State was governed by PDP. That was Godwin Obaseki. Now, Edo State is under APC. Tinubu already has should I say, reliable foot soldier in the sheriff of Edo State, Monday Okpebolo. That is another foot soldier. And I told you that the more Tinubu have these political bigwigs, the more the relevance of Wike diminish. And even in River State now, Tinubu have the support of Siminalayi Fubara. He has already bullied that one to silence. And if Fubara wants to say anything now, he's apparently praising President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Tinubu has options. If you look at the Niger Delta State, for instance, when Tinubu became the president in 2023, when Wike was very important, when they were worshiping Wike for the problem he created in PDP, Delta State was under the control of PDP. Now, Delta State is under the control of APC. Now, Ifeanyi Okowa has joined the political disciples, former vice presidential candidate of under PDP, has joined the disciples of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is an additional strength. Sheriff Oberiwori, I hope I got the pronunciation right, has also joined the police. So you can see that Tinubu is having strong options. So Nyesom Wike is no longer the superstar that he is. But for my lens, Tinubu is keeping him just for the raining day because he knows that problem will occur in the future that Wike will be useful. Now, when Tinubu was to become the president of Nigeria during the election, and when he was sworn in, Akwa Ibom State, the albino governor, wasn't under PDP. Today, Akwa Ibom State was under PDP, apologies. Today, Akwa Ibom State is under APC. That is another strength in the same Niger Delta region. Don't forget that I also said that Fubara is as good as gone. So I've given you like 4 states, for instance, right? 4 states. So based on that, Nyesom Wike's relevance is not as, it's not as strong or as important as it was in 2023, in the 2023 presidential election. That is another thing that you need to know. Now, before I continue, let me acknowledge some of my people in the comment section. Akechi Desmond Franklin, I see you. NS Igosto too, I see you. Richard Project Bellu, you said this go on. Yes, I eventually remember. God bless you. Samuel Oluwataya Folabi, I see you. Sura Olakuleyin, watching me from Badagry, I see you. Tom's Genesis, I see you. Andrew Dyer, I see you. Kingdom Project, I see you. Kende Adeniyi, I see you. Nico Colby, I see you. Say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from. Say hi to me. Tell me where you are. Don't just say hi. Tell me where you are watching me from. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Give me a like, my people. Like this video. Sweet love. You just say hi. Oluyemi Taiwo is watching me from Zambia. I'm on Nigeria everywhere. Say hi to me. Immediately I go back into the analysis, I can't acknowledge you. So say hi to me now and tell me where you are watching me from. Abdurrahman Abbas is watching me from Mina, Niger State. He said the power state without power. He said you are smart, great analysis. God bless you, my dear brother. Sweet love 2019 says he's watching me from Abuja. Jeremiah Ekato, I see you. Edosa Orobosa, I see you. Edosa Orobosa, what state are you watching me from? And are you a male or female? Edosa Orobosa, which country are you watching me from? That name sounds like, is it Edo or Delta name? Edosa Orobosa, where are you watching me from? And what does Orobosa means? If I may ask, what does Orobosa, what does it mean? Navidad is watching me from UK. One of my regular viewers, God bless you. Oriade Edu, I see you. To St. Genesis, I see you. Joshua Etome, Benga Luke, Abayomi Ogun, he says, Doc, I'm watching you from the universe. Okay, you know. Great to have you from the universe. It's great you are not watching me from heaven. That is, you are watching me from earth, right? Great to have you. Israel Okukmoyi is watching me from United States. Rita Dujuba is watching me from Houston, Texas. Ibrahim Adewale is watching me from Sweden in the United Kingdom. And great to have all of you. Like this video if you are yet to like it. Give me a like. To like the video is free. Don't be stingy with likes. Press the like button. Subscribe if you are yet to. So from the report of Sarah that I read to you, it said that, okay, I was talking about the displeasure of Wike, that Tinubu is not the type that you will wrestle with because you are already outliving your relevance. And don't forget that when he was celebrating, I think it's 2 years or 1 year in office, and he went to commission a project done by Wike, Tinubu said that, oh, they told me, they advised me, they prevailed on me not to appoint you. Do you remember? He said they advised me, they prevailed on me not to appoint you. So it means that there are some people that are displeased with Nyesom Wike. Chibuzo Sim, I see you watching me from Lagos. Edosa Orobosa says from Ogun. Orobosa means is in God's hands, is a Benin name. Orobosa, great to have you. You are indeed in God's hands. So help us beg that God to put Nigeria in his hands as well, because Nigeria currently at the moment is in the hands of political ragtags, scallywags. Some are political parasites. Some are political. If I'm to be listing it, I'll list like 50. But let me just stop there. Ori Adiedu says, I said something to your phone 2 days ago. On your WhatsApp, you did not respond. My dear brother, I'm sorry. You see, let me address that. When I'm not live, right, I get a lot of message. My dear brother, I'm very busy. Forgive me. Round the clock. I only have just 24 hours like you. And if I'm not live, I'm either doing other things, you know, research, academic, a lot of things. So for me to still sit down and be responding to message, don't forget that you are not the only one writing me. As you are writing me, there's also another message. So the best place that you can catch me is here. If I'm live, as I'm live, I have the time. You understand? I have the time if I'm live. So catch me when you can. And that is when I'm live. So it's not easy to respond to all the messages, to be reading them, to be my brother. If I tell you my timetable, my schedule, you will pity me, sir. Right? But the WhatsApp line still remains +5513. Let me even call it, maybe there's anybody that wants to make a contribution. I don't analyze go safe. Let me give some of you a chance. Let's hear what you may have to say. +551399 6666361. You can call in and you can also request for the link, and you will be live with me via video call. Every live video has a link. This is the link. I can send it to you. You can see. This is the link. If I send it to you via WhatsApp, then you can be live with me via video call. So if you want to join me live, just say hi to me and I should be able to send you the link. +551399 6666361. +551399 6666361. Tell me where you are watching me from. +55 Edo Robos, as I call it again. +551399 6666361. Let me call it again. +551399 6666361. +55 1399 666 6361. Kuforiji is saying, "I God bless you. Great to have all of you." What was I saying? I was speaking about the alleged conquest for power between Nyesom Wike and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Saint Abayomi says relevancy at times have validity period. I agree with you that Tinubu has played his game so much so that Nyesom Wike, if you look at it, it's just keeping him that, well, maybe if not for what you did in 2023, maybe I will not become the president. But now Nyesom Wike is really not that relevant because Tinubu already have a lot of substitute. Delta State, Sheriff Obori is there. The smooth sail governor, the albino governor, this governor of Akwa Ibom State, somebody should remind me his name, is there. The sheriff of Edo State, Monday Okwebolo, is there. So he already has some alternative in the Niger Delta where Nyesom Wike believes he has influence and is a superstar. So by virtue of that, Nyesom Wike's relevance has been reduced, but he still have a relevance. Saint Abayomi, if you're still watching me, he still have a relevance. And let me tell you, I've said it before, which is that what Wike can do, Sheriff Obori cannot do it. Nyesom Wike's relevance has only reduced, but it has not been wiped out. It has only reduced because what Sheriff Obori cannot do, Wike will do it. What somebody remind me, this governor of Akwa Ibom State. Somebody remind me, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. What he will do, Wike, what he cannot do, Wike can do it. The governor cannot afford to fight dirty, cannot afford to abuse people. Nyesom Wike is good and useful in that regard. What Monday Okwebolo cannot do, Wike can do it. So Tinubu still needs Wike for tough times. No, it is not Eno. Umueno, yes, Umueno, God bless you. Umueno, Governor Umueno. Umueno is a gentleman governor. He also said it. He said, I don't have the energy of Wike. And you know that it is crazy people that you need when election is approaching, people that can look at Atiku and pour him spit in the face. One of such people is Nyesom Wike. The likes of Umueno will not lose their own training for anything. They won't lose their steez for anything. They won't say, because they want to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they should not go and be abusing Goodluck Jonathan. No. They can support him with money. They can mobilize for him. They can, rig on his behalf. But those things are factors. But it is not the only factor. There are also some factors that can you go crazy? Can you go mad when it's necessary? All these people can't do it. It is Nyesom Wike that can do such a thing. So Nyesom Wike's relevance has only reduced, but is still relevant for when the ships are down. That's how I can put it. When the ships are down, when nobody can talk, Nyesom Wike is the type that can look at Obi and tell him, Obi, you the crazy. Some of these other governors, they will still, they are still matured. They still have their steez intact. They will still want to behave maturely. But Nyesom Wike is the type that he doesn't give a damn. He will look you in the face and, call your bluff away. Now, let us continue. Before I wrap up, he said, Presidency Insider suggests Nyesom Wike played a role in orchestrating the boycott to demonstrate his displeasure with the appointment of Amupitan. I've said it that if Nyesom Wike truly did that, he is creating a problem for himself. Now, it says, according to sources, the meeting's agenda initially made no mention of an INEC appointment, but Tinubu allegedly sprung a surprise by asking the governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Ododo, to present Amupitan for confirmation. So, if Tinubu sprung a surprise, but the truth is there was no surprise. Let us be sincere with ourselves. There was no surprise. Andrew Jaya says, talking about Obi, I met his son in Stoke, Newington. Tell us about it. He says he's such a pleasant guy. If I say you should call it now, I don't know why some of you, you will not want to show your face. You will not want to speak. Some of you like to hide behind your keypad. You just, be chilling where you are. No, try and be participatory as well. I didn't mean you are one of my callers and I would have ask you, oh yeah, tell us about Obi's son. When you met him, what happened? What is your perspective of him? But most of you just like to chill without calling in, and I won't force anybody though. It's a choice. It's okay. So he said, caught off guard. Attendees had no choice but to endorse the appointment. But I don't believe that there was anything surprising about it. In fact, I believe that the Tinubu presidency needs some maturity. I believe that Tinubu presidency needs some maturity in the sense that if you say that Tinubu sprung a surprise, there was no surprise. Everybody already know that the man, Amupitan, will be the one that will be appointed. It's already all over the media. Everybody already know. And that is immature of the presidency. And that's why I said the presidency needs to check his rank to make sure that there are no people that is releasing sensitive information. Because if you say, oh, caught off guard, I don't think that anybody will be caught off guard, because ordinary Nigerians have already been hearing the name that, oh, Tinubu will appoint Joash Amupitan, that is just waiting to announce his name. So if every Nigerian knows, I think Nyesom Wike too would have known. Those coming from the Federal Executive Council, I say Federal Executive Council of State meeting, would have also known that the guy Joash Amupitan will be the one that will be appointed. Andrew Dyer here is telling us about Obi's son. He said he met Obi's son, Peter Obi's son. I think that should be the one that was mentioned in media recently, Oseloka. Yeah, I think they said that is his only son, Oseloka Obi, right? I think they said that is his only son. They said he's such a pleasant guy. I wanted to take picture, but he declined. And today I said he was in a cafe. I wish I could call in. I'm just too shy. I would definitely. Oh, my brother, you are shy. Mhm. You are shy to call him via video. You are also shy to call him via voice call when nobody is even seeing your face. Hi, Nigerians. Ah, yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. God created us differently. He said the unfolding drama marks a new phase in the uneasy relationship between Tinubu and Wike. What began as a strategic. Now, you see what I said? You see what I said then? What began as a strategic alliance built on mutual political convenience. Look at this writing. Was started as a strategic alliance, which is true. Strategic alliance. Oh, Atiku don't snatch ticket. I go make sure say no win the election. Tinubu don't get the ticket. We want power to come to South. Make I go support Tinubu. Strategic alliance. Anybody but Atiku. Strategic alliance. I agree. Built on mutual political convenience, which is that if Atiku don't win this election, it's convenient for me. Make all of us kuku lose. They used to say, if you miss ball, don't miss leg. Some of you that usually play this five-a-side, when you were young, if there's a popular saying that if you miss the ball, if they dribble you, you don't miss the ball. You say the ball, you don't miss her, no miss the leg. Make sure say that player, you don't let him go. You do what? You condemn that leg and you fall him down. And you know that when you are playing five-a-side, sometimes there is no free kick, there's no referee serve. You guys are just playing ruggedly on your own. So I see that in this instance. I have a caller from, I think, the United States. Let me pick. Let's hear. Somebody's calling me from the United States, I think. Hello? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, it was good morning.
Okay.
It's like 12.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, man. Great to have you.
Yeah.
Where are you calling me from?
Thank you.
Your
I'm
name?
calling from New York.
From New York. Okay, your name, man. Oh, Abosede Ojo, right?
Yes, sir.
I should even save the number, save, because you are one of my regular viewers. I should save the number, But a lot of people write me, so everything mixed together. I hope that when I finish, I won't forget to save it. But great to have you, man. You've been watching me for some hours now. You also watch me.
Yes.
Oh, we started together. Well, great to have you, man. Great to have you, man. Great to have you. So, since we started together, let's get your thoughts about the whole Wike Tinubu connected to INEC Chairman, Justice Liman, Professor Joash Amupitan, the power struggle dynamics for 2027. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it's a wide range of topic that you dealt with today. We've been on it for almost like 4 hours now, if I'm not mistaken. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the knowledge that you are sharing for us. And thank you again for the love of our country, because it takes love, in fact, greater love, to be able to be doing what you are doing for free, and for everybody, for it to a lot of us are not political. I mean, we are not politically
Oriented.
Educated to some extent. So you are, I mean, just in the interest of peace, for people to know their rights, to know this, to know that, and then you are unbiased. You are unbiased. Yeah, it's not that you say you are supporting any party or any group or any tribe or any religion. So we really appreciate you for that. We thank you so much, and more grease to your elbow. And don't look at any distractors, because some come online to distract. Some don't even have their thinking faculty is not the deep type, and a lot of people that are even suffering from what is happening, they still follow them blindly. They still support them. They still argue, and when things happen, they still suffer it. So I think it's all because of the level of illiteracy and everything that we have in the country. Coming to Wike and everything, a lot of lessons to be learned in Wike's situation and the president. A lot. And before I forget, the doctor, I realized that most of the things we discuss is like you discuss ahead of time. By the time it's tomorrow, most of the things you are telling us here today, you see it on the news. You see somebody, spokesperson for one person, I don't want to mention names, they come up to say exactly everything. So I believe this program, a lot of people are watching it. A lot of government officials. I won't be surprised if the president himself is watching. I'll be glad if he can. And I will appreciate too if the first lady too is watching. So that's a way to move our country forward, because you are giving your unbiased, sincere, and experience. I mean, based on experience and the knowledge you have, the advice you are giving to the nation is free. So I'll be happy if the president or is one of his spokesperson, advisor, or anybody is watching. It's a way to move us forward.
If they're watching, they won't like it. Oh. There's something about the Tinubu presidency, not just the Tinubu presidency, the Buhari presidency. They won't like it. What they like,
they don't want the truth.
What they like is somebody like this my brother, Lege Miami. Some of you that we know him, somebody like Lege Miami, in such a way that if you are talking to people, the Nigerian government, successive government, they don't like you to sound intelligent. No, they don't like it. Just be a sycophant. Just come on now. So, Tinubu, Jagaban 2027, this, that, it must be Tinubu. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Tinubu is doing, but when you sound intelligent, that, okay, Tinubu, you are doing good in this area, but you can improve in this area. These are your shortcomings. These are these are what you are doing. No, they don't like that one. No, they don't. So even if Tinubu or any of his aides is what, in fact, there are some overzealous aides that when they see you, maybe it was when you are not speaking in favor of the president that they watch your video, they won't even wait, or they will just conclude that this one an enemy of the president and all that. So they will just come for you. So there are some people that they exist in a world of their own, and the Nigerian presidency, successive one, not just for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is always filled with sycophants, whereby they just want, maybe it's because of the nature of leaders that we have, they just want to tell you what you want to hear, and they don't want you to say anything bad or anything logical or reasonable. If you are educated and you are saying something that even Nigerians self, They don't like anything reasonable or something like that. They just like you that you are just saying nonsense or something. So that is just so. If Tinubu is watching me, for the fact that I'm being logical, I will support him. I will be against him. I will support him. I'll be against. He won't like me. What he will like is, oh, Tinubu 2027. Oh, Tinubu fixed Nigeria. Oh, Tinubu fixed Lagos State. Oh, Tinubu is the best that has happened to this country. Oh, after God, it is Tinubu. In fact, Tinubu should even come before God. Then they will like you. That's the way Nigerian
But
presidency operates.
if we are all like that, that's why we are where we are. That's why we are where we are. Nobody's saying the truth. Nobody's moving anything forward.
Sorry, ma. I just want to respond to this thing. Joseph Patani say, remember that 2027 is still very fast. Spoilers can still come. So when you are analyzing, take note of this. I don't think you are listening to me correctly. If you are listening to me, if you followed me, you would have heard that I said that Tinubu will still keep Wike because Wike is the one that can deliver when it matters most. That what if Obi and Atiku, it may seem impossible, but what if they now decide to align? He needs somebody like Wike. What if Jonathan truly decide to contest? Then he needs somebody like Wike because what Wike can do, Sheriff Oboriwori of Delta State cannot do it. What Wike can do, Ifeanyi Okowa cannot do it. These are the people that like to maintain their steez. What Wike can do, Umueno cannot do it. What Wike can do, even Monday Okpebolo of Edo State cannot do. Wike is the type that is rugged. So I've already maybe you are not listening to me then, or you are not listening attentively. Ma, please continue, ma.
So you said our government generally, they don't like the truth. They don't like somebody that will look at them in the face and tell them the truth. And that's why we are where we are. That's why we are where we are. How can the whole people be going to the same direction? It's abnormal. It's very abnormal. In fact, the way everybody is defecting, what is happening in APC? They are so cheap. They are cheap. For no good reason, everybody is rushing. No one single reason. They said, oh, PDP is a sinking boat. If it's sinking, why can't you stay there and revive it? So if your house has problem, the next thing to do is to jump out of the house and abandon the house, or what? There's no reason. The only reason that why they are doing that is because they have all embezzled our money and they are all looking for a safe haven. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. They know it that nothing is happening in PDP. And they know it, this thing is going to backfire. It looks good now, they are happy. It's going to backfire. It's not going to be like the way they see it. It's going to backfire. Everybody defecting. Well, like somebody said, 2027 is still far. We think it's far, it's not far. Because they started it already, so everybody too has to be in it. Every one of us has to be in it. That's the thing. So, I'm going to be brief because I believe this is the end of Wiki. This is the end of Wiki because if you know he's the type that is he gets annoyed. I don't think he will come on board anymore. He should just be silent forever. We are tired. Everybody's tired of him. The presidency is tired. So
Tinubu has banned that monthly media chat. That he has ordered him not to do it. But the thing is that where we would know, like I spoke about triangulation earlier, is at the end of in November. If he doesn't do that media chat, that means that the report is true that Tinubu has banned that media chat.
Yeah, but in every rumor there's an element of truth.
He didn't do the media chat in October.
October.
So let's believe that maybe it is because of independence celebration and all that. Let's at least let's advocate for Wike.
Okay.
But in November, then we will know.
Platform. Yeah, we said it on this platform that presidential chat, he went overboard. Media chat, he doesn't need it. He's not the president. You are not the first lady. Why are you the president? And you go there to grab people, to abuse everybody, to talk with all sides of your mouth, run your mouth like tap water, talk to people anyhow? So it was good that the president bounced. If it doesn't come up, then we are happy. It's okay. It's good because it's giving the government a bad image. Actually, it's giving them a bad image. It's not good for the government. So, like I was saying, Wike is a lucky man. The way I see him, a lot of lessons to be learned from him. He's a very lucky man, but maybe his attitude and character has messed him up now. Because he has been lucky all through, whether by hook, by whatever. He was sailing through from local government, this one, that, up to where he is now. Up to where he is now, two-term governor. And this is somebody that is supposed to be humble. You know what you have done, and you know where you are. You are supposed to be humble. Even if anybody is saying it, you are supposed to be the most humble person. But you know, again, money, especially money that you didn't work for, money that just came and money that comes. If they said Wike is a trillionaire or whatever, I won't say no. I won't dispute it because all his contract is in billions now. So somebody that is doing contracts of 20-something billion, only how much he got from it, and this is not one project. So that alone can be pushing him. You know, when you just see something all of a sudden, and that is the same thing that is pushing most of them, especially the governors, the advisors. They have no respect for no one. They go on air and insult Nigerian people. These are people that were put there to serve us, to serve the nation, but they don't see us as anything no more because we are now serving them. We are the slaves under them. All our money they are investing. So it teaches us a lesson that when God takes you high, you try to humble yourself. Like you said during when you were talking that, like I don't know. Unfortunately, they said they scrap history from the subject in Nigeria. There's no empire in history that goes up that doesn't come down. When we were doing history that time in Nigeria, they told us about Mali Empire, this empire. After saying everything about Mali, the gold, the power, the Massa Musa, exactly. Later, the next thing, the last topic is going to be the fall of Mali. When they asked, I asked my teacher in secondary school, I said, why is every empire falling? He looked at me in the face and said, Abasade, any empire, anything that goes up is surely coming down. There's nothing that goes up that will not come down. So I believe this is the fall of Wike. But thank God for Shore. But thank God for Shore. Even though, most of the things they are saying is right. I also believe that Wike cannot, in fairness, influence Gowon Obasanjo. He can't do that. He can't do that.
That part of the report, the report, I think is false because I like to be fair to these guys. You know, it's hard to believe. So, that part of the report is
for
flawed.
him not to have gone to the meeting, he's proud. He's pride. Sorry. It's pride.
Apart from pride, now, apart from pride, you know that sense of entitlement. Sense of entitlement will set in, and you know that power is addictive.
Exactly.
If the president have always allowed you to have your way, and I gave 3 strong instances, he would have believed that. In fact, it should be in the report of People's Gazette. They said he was boasting, according to People's Gazette, that nothing can happen to him in the life of the administration. That is very important to the re-election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if he's the type that had already seen himself as important or as one of the major or sole determinant of Tinubu winning, definitely that sense of entitlement will come in, it will run into his head, and it will miss. But what you said that I absolutely agree with is that for every empire there is always the fall of that particular empire. Even Tinubu's empire, every day is an history in the making. History is being written. Look at PDP in 1998. An empire was born. In 2015, the empire hit the rock. That is PDP. So every empire is always an end. Sorry, man. I want to beg you. I would save your number, but I forgot to plug in my device, and I just see that it is 1 minute, so it can shut down anytime, and I don't want it to shut down while you are speaking. So I will save your number as promised. So next time that I'm live, I will give you more time.
Okay, sir.
But I want to round up now because it can shut down anytime.
Alright.
Apologies, ma.
Okay, no problem.
Thank
sir.
you, ma.
Okay, thank you for the great job.
Yes, ma.
God bless you,
Yes,
sir.
ma. Thank you, ma.
We are
Yes, ma. That is it. I forgot to plug in this device and it's 1%, and I don't want it to shut down. So let's keep it a date. Let's see what happens in the days ahead. If there's any breaking news, if there's any important analysis I need to bring your way, that is why I am your sure plug. On this channel, we don't like anybody, we don't hate anybody. We dissect politics and happening in the polity, not minding whose ox is God. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with your sure plug, Dr. Omoshola Deji. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.